Hello, everybody. How you all doing? Nice to see you. Welcome to the Micks Mowers show, live Saturday night with me, Micks Mowers. I've got a special guest tonight, but she's actually outside. Whilst I'm sat here on my bum doing nothing, Mrs. P's outside, right outside my window, painting the decking on my shed. Say hi, Mrs. P. Yeah, she's out there. So you might hear a bit of clattering. It's not a big mouse. It's Mrs. P brushing, painting, and doing bits and pieces out there. Give us a thumbs up if you can hear me. Hopefully my internet will hold. Hopefully it will do, but we should see how we get on. I hope you all had a good week. I've had, do you know what? This week has been manic. Yeah, give us a thumbs up if you can hear me. That'd be good, just so I can just double check. Otherwise, I'm just sitting there talking to myself. Yeah, while I dick, cheers, buddy boy. I've got a nice cold one on the go here because I've got work tonight, so it's only Coke. Oh, that is cold. Best thing I've ever done was buy one of those American fridges with the old ice maker on it. That's lush. So, yeah, hope you're all doing well. I'm doing fantastic. Now, this week has been started off. The weather was absolutely shocking. Hailstones as big as golf balls, lashing down with rain, all that sort of stuff. And then literally yesterday and today has been absolutely epic. What a beautiful day. It's good enough to get the paddling pool out for Riley boy. So I've got that all up ready for tomorrow. Mrs. P's been busy pretty much creosoting, painting every single bit of wood there. She's actually done the front of my shed and my doors as well. And that's September 20. Done all the way down the side of the house. She's pretty much painted her entire body, actually. It got up her nose, in her eyeballs, in her ears, and everywhere. But she's been busy painting. She's right on it at the moment, trying to get the garden looking nice. So I've been doing that and mower selling like you would not believe. And I mean, they've been coming out. They've been going out every 15 minutes. Really have hit it hard this year. And the benefits of making sure you have got stock in is the way to go. I mean, I literally, I dread to think how many I've sold over the past 3 days. But all I'm saying is I've only got 3 working mowers left out of all the stock I had in that was run. I've still got loads here that don't run. I've got loads of those. But literally, yeah, I've been on it. And I think the last machine went out about 20 minutes ago. I have got a steel strimmer just come in for a recall assembly that's actually broken. Can't fix it. So I had to order just a cheap one off of Amazon, you know, the 20 quid jobs. However, that's now back in or staying in because it's got a carburetor problem. So the bloke was honest. He did say that he heard it run, but has never used it. I think he purchased it as a running machine, but I can't get it to run. So, and as you know, removing a pull cord assembly does not affect the carburetor in any way, shape, or form. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it's staying here till I fix it anyway. Had a nice little lady come in today. She said she wanted to buy a lawnmower off me, but it's sold, just as she asked a question. And hers are broken. And funnily enough, she bought it off me about 6 years ago. So 6 years ago, I sold her a lawnmower, and it's the first time in 6 years it's broken. I think it was the belt had come off because the belt cover had broken. So literally a run and repair on that. I've been doing running repairs, pull cord fixes, and bits and pieces. Also had another fella. What's that bloke's name to come down today, Suzanne? Miss P. Where's she gone? Oh, it's not there. I can't remember. Another bloke come down today. I don't know what his name. I can't remember his name. Mark, I think. Mark. He watches all the videos. He come down today with a Hater 48 that needed a blade sharp and balance, whatever. So that's good. He spent a bit of time with me in the old garden today. So that was cool. I've got some new Micks Mowers t-shirts. They're cool. And I've got an absolutely spanking jacket, all properly embroidered Micks Mowers on the front and back. Yeah, it is proper nice. I've got my new Micks Mowers t-shirts that actually fit me as well. These are ordered in Ken size, extra bulbous around the belly. That's me. So yeah, I got those done. Very cool. That's just come in. So this week has been murder. I'm not even going to show you my shack because my shack, man, it's a mess. It's a proper mess. So after the bank holiday's been and gone, I'm not going to sell nothing. I'm going to get in here for a day, a whole solid day, because it's going to take a day to do it. And I'm going to start this end and work my way all the way to the other end and have a proper tidy up, because literally I've got stuff everywhere. I've even got Suffolk flywheels. I don't know what that's doing there. So yeah, I've just been chucking stuff everywhere, getting my stuff done. Literally, as I ran out of mowers this afternoon, literally I ran out. I went into a mower store, just dragged 3 out, pulled them. Yet they started. Quick little carburetor clean, tune, tidy up, new plug. Yeah, it runs. Get it out the door. You know, done. So yeah, I've been on it. 55 in the house. Give us some thumbs up in the old on the old video if you can, because I've got 22 thumbs up now. Let's just reset that. See how we get any more. 23, it's going up. I can squeeze some more out of you. There's 55 of you in the old chat. That'd be good. 26, yeah, that's going. Keep them coming, keep them coming, keep them coming, keep them coming. I'd like to get to about 100 thumbs up before the end of the stream if I can. It's not always possible, but there it goes. So YouTube want to request me for monetizations. Let's get rid of that. Request a review. That and then get rid of that. That's review gone. So unlimited ads. Get rid of that. That's it. And then bring that back and then get my pop-out chat up and running. So that's it. So dumped a video out today, which was a simple little nice little mount field, actually. Nice little mount field with an RS 100 engine new style on it. Just a quick cable fix and a belt. That's the reason that they chucked it out. Can you believe it? But there you go. That's what it is. But that's what the bulk of my stuff is like. Had a nice little trade in today. You guys will see coming up very shortly a video of me with a Hate 48 that someone painted lime green. Very attractive. And I wouldn't even take it in as part exchange. The bloke said, "You're going to have it, just take it." So I took it. Anyway, you'll see in the video how I fixed it. Really, really simple fix, man. So I don't know why I got rid of it, but there you go. So that's the way cookie crumbles. And I sold that 2 days ago, I think, and a bloke traded it in against. He gave me two machines, one to fix for free. So I fix it for him for free as part of the deal. And he traded it in. I've never seen one before. It's an Atco, not Admiral. Someone will know in the chat. Pete will probably know. Begins with P. What's that Atco, Pete? If you're in the chat, it's only outside. I'm too lazy to go and get it. Peter, tell me. But it's a 21-inch Atco. It's like the Atco Admiral, but the next one up begins with. I'm sure it begins with P. Peter, tell me. So that's come in as part of a Viscount. Beg your pardon, not P. Yeah, Viscount. Yeah, Atco Viscount. Yeah, big. Not seen one before. It's proper. So I got to fix that up. He said it all ran a while ago, and it was an absolutely banging machine then. So that will come up soon. It's really mega light too, and it's all complete. It's all there. It's just Atco Viscount. That's it, Pete. Yeah, you got it. That'll be coming out. Apart from that, I've got about 15 mowers out here, which have all got issues, but they're too many issues for me to sort out today to get the machines out. So I decided I've got 3 left. If they want them, they can have them. And if they don't, then I have to wait till next week to build my stock back up again. But it's what it is. I knew the bank holiday was going to be a winner, and I've been speaking to Conk. He sold a few. I don't think he's in tonight. He sold a few today as well. So everyone I know that my mate Mower Wizard over in Eastbourne Way, I know he sold a few and all. So that's good. I know Henry sold a few. So that's good. It's what we're all about. I don't know how Andrew Throne got on. I did see a comment there a little while ago. I'll look at that. But I think everyone's selling a few, which is what it's all about, right? That's how we make our little bit of extra beer money tokens if you can get on it. So, babe, what was that fella's name that come around here today? What was that bloke's name that come around here today? Mark. It was Mark, yeah. So if you're watching, Mark, hi. He popped out today, I say, with a Hate 48, and there's nothing wrong with it. But he wanted to play sharp and balance, and just want me just to run me eye of it. He said it wasn't putting out lines as it should do, but I think he was cutting the grass wrong. Although that is actually a thing. So yeah, I spent about half hour with him, and he since sent me a photograph of his lawn, and his lawn now that's A1 pucker, proper lawn. So that's good. He's happy, and he come all the way down from about an hour and a half away. He was Epsom way he come from. So he come all the way down from Epsom just to come and see me. So that's cool. So that was good. I just finished watching Mr. Martin Butler's and Sharon watching their video. Martin was getting stuck into a chili burger. That was absolutely lovely. I might go have one of them myself. That looked proper. And Sharon had pulled pork with cheesy chips or something, or dirty chips they're called. They look absolutely banging. So I might go and visit up there and have a look up there. So that's me. I'm not going to show him a shack because it does look like a situation currently in the West Bank. It looks shocking. I'm not going to show it. I can't get in it. But I will have a tidy up at some point. So my new toolbox is running fine. I soon to finish that off yet. It's not finished yet. So because I knew this weekend would be busy, so I'm getting it. Anyway, I'm waffling. Let's have a sip of the old loony juice. Oh, that's lovely. That's really cold. It's about 22 degrees out here at the moment. And so Mrs. P is out here. She's bending over, painting at the same time. Give us a wave, Mrs. P. Give us a wave. Yeah, lovely. She's bending over there right in front of me. It's an absolutely lovely view. And we'll go from there. So let's have a look in the chat, see what we got. Sue, we ain't got. Mark them as present or not present. If you're not present, you get to tick against you and you get a strike. Right, so first thing he asked was fix it and scrap it. Mel, mate, Neil. How you doing, mate? Catch you later. It says Neil. We'll catch you now. Was watching your video the other night, Neil, on what was you doing? Suffolk Super Cult paint restore. Look nice, mate. Yeah, look very tidy. Very tidy indeed. Sparky's in the house. Give us a thumbs up for Mick. Yes, please. Let's do that. I've got 65 in the house. AJP Garden Machines. He's in the house too. How you doing, Ash? I did see your post on Instagram, Ash. You've got a few mowers lined up there, which is quite cool. That chat's just jumped absolutely amazingly. I might get it. Dick Small Engine in the house. Good evening, my mate. I hope you and family are well. Yeah, we're doing good. Thanks, Dick. Not seen on no panels, Dick. Have you got no permission to play slips, mate, or something? I've not seen you for a little while. Hope you are doing well, mate. We're all doing good. Thank you very much. Jason Shoes in the house. Nice to see you. How you doing? Jungle Bob Repair also in the house. Happy Memorial Day and weekend, guys and girls. Thank you very much indeed. Ken Small Engines in the house. I see Ken's got a boo-boo. We call it a boo-boo when you burn yourself on an exhaust. That's what happens. If it's not his finger, it's his arm. He's put a post out on Instagram this morning. Looked like he stepped in the corner of a tornado. Nice to see you, Ken. Hope you're doing well. The Lawnmower Detective in the house too. Hello to all in the chat. I hope you're all doing well. We're doing good. Thank you very much indeed. Gary Ross in the house says hello. How you doing, Gary? Hobby Motor in the house too. How you doing, Hobby Motor? Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Who else have we got in here? Dirtfoot Racing in the house. How you doing, Dirtfoot? Remember, it's not about going to the beach. Remember the fallen. Exactly that. Just remember them. Respect, says Gary. Hobby Motor Lawnmower Detective. Gravely Man in the house. How you doing, mate? I see you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. Was watching one of your videos too the other day. Oh, was it this morning? I think it was this morning, actually. I watched one of yours. Good to see you as a pump. Extraction pump, I think it was. Nice to see you, Gravely Man. Hope you're doing well. AJP's chat to everybody. DNR Small Engine. How you doing, Dave? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. Jungle Bob. Colin K in the house. Evening, Mick and everyone says Colin K. Nice to see you, Colin K. Who else we got in here? We're getting there. AJP. Andrew Throne. Hi, Micks Mowers. How you doing? Mac 210 in the house. Mowers and Blows in the house too. How you doing, buddy boy? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Lawnmower Detective. Don't forget, big thumbs up for Mick. Yes, please. It does help towards the growth of my channel. The better my channel does, the better it does for you. Dirtfoot Racing, 2 dozen for $13. I don't know what that's about. Is that eggs or donuts? That's donuts. I think it's donuts. I like donuts. That's a hint, Lawnmower Detective. AJP's chatting to everybody. Mac 210 in the house. Fix it and scrap it, saying hello still. Jason Hughes is saying hello. Mers and Blower saying hello. 69 in the house. Give us some thumbs up, please. Mark Watley in the house. Good evening, Mick and gang. How you doing, mate? Yeah, we're doing well. Thank you, buddy boy. Doing okay. Coming down, Pete Frowers in the house. How you doing, Pete? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Steve's in the house too. Hi, Mick. Mower Services. How you doing, buddy boy? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Dick Small Engines giving a thumbs up. Paul E in the house. How you doing, Paul? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. Good evening. Lawnmower Detective. Jason's in the house too. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Mick. Hope you're doing okay and having a nice weekend. I am having a nice weekend at the moment, but it's about to go pear-shaped. I've got work tonight and tomorrow night. So Mrs. P's going to be home alone with the kids. I've got a double shift this weekend, which I don't want, but there you go. That's what it is. Brian's in the house. How you doing, Brian, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Fun thing to do, tech is lurking and giving the thumbs up. Cheers, mate. Noel's in the house. How you doing, Noel? Nice to see you. Noel, is that Midway? Yeah, Noel's in the house. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Spoon's in the house too. How you doing, Spoons? Nice to see you. Dirtfoot, you Brits need more ice in your life. I've got lots of ice in my life. Thank you very much, indeedly doodly. All right, Mrs. P. Good girl. Lawnmower Detective Edward Bloke. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Nice to see you. Gravely Man. Chris is Small Engines. How you doing, Chris, mate? Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Grandpa Kev. How you doing, Kev? Thanks for popping on in. 71 in the house. Good numbers. Mick, I'm stuck with this Rover mower. Okay. I think it needs a new carb. Low running speed. Can't find the correct one online. Send me a photograph of it. That's the best I can do. I'm not even sure what engine's on it, mate. Send me a photograph. I'll have a little look at it for you. It's very hard to diagnose something. So it's got needs a new carb. Very low idling speed. It might be a governor. Might be a governor issue. I don't know. Very hard to tell about looking at the engine, mate. Grandpa's Adventures. Boats in the house. How you doing, Boats? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Nice to see you. Dick Small Engines. Tim Freeman. Hello, mate. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Kenny Small Engines. Paul's in the house. And hi, Mick. How you doing, mate? Ken Bates in the house. How you doing, Ken? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. You're chatting. Noel's in. Hi, Mick from Dublin. Oh, we love it. Should we go to Ireland, darling? Let's go to Ireland. We love Ireland. They do a spice box in Ireland in the local kebab shop. It is absolutely banging. Oh my lord. Last time Mrs. P went on, she was dancing out in the street at 10:30 at night. She was drunk, but don't tell her. Brian's in the house. Joe Z, how you doing? Joe, nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Mick. Came online, saw your live, so I'm here. 36 thumbs up. Lovely. Cheers, mate. Thanks for popping in. Nice to see you, Joe. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Andrew Throne, Noel, Edward, United Kingdom. You're all chatting. Alexander Smith. Hello, Mick. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well, Alex. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Gary Ross in the house. Good video from Butlers. Yeah, isn't it funny how them Butlers end up in a lay-by like that? It's nice to see middle-aged swingers still doing what they like to do best. You know what I mean? It's good on him. Good on him, Martin and Sharon. It's good to see. That's just jumped again. I might miss some of you because this chat keeps jumping because I'm yakking. That's what it is. We'll go down there a bit more. Joe, Edward Bloke, AJP Gun Machines. I've got rid of some. Fill the shed up with more. Good lad. That's how I like to see it. Alexander Smith again. Lawnmower Detective. You're chatting. Gary Ross. Williams in the house. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. How's Liz doing, mate? Yeah, the old Queen's doing all right, mate. Yeah, she's popping down tomorrow for barbecue. Yeah, she'll be down later on. Bringing her corgis. Peter's in the house. How you doing, Peter, mate? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping on in. Nice to see you. Hobby Motor. Dirtfoot Racing's in the house. Who else we got here? Brian, done you. Paul, wait, Mick, I'm stuck with a mower. Okay, I've done that one already. I don't know if you repeated that comment. I don't know, Paul. Might just be me. Breezy's botch up in the house. How you doing, Breezy, mate? I haven't seen you for a little while. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Thank you, buddy boy. Les is in the house. How you doing, Les? Nice to see you. From Ohio. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping in. I bought a OEM tool fluid extractor. You got to get one. What an oil one? I've got one, buddy. I've got a 9-litre one, but mine is broke. It is broke. It don't suck as well as it should do. So I need to get a new one. They're on Amazon for about 30 quid. I need to buy one. I think what it is, I put petrol in mine. That's what it is. Done the O-rings in. I'll have a word of Rusty. Rusty Roos will probably repair it for me. Twisted V Twin Garage. Twisted, did you video call me the other day on Instagram? I had a very suspicious video call from you on Instagram and then a link for me to log into my account. I didn't answer the call because it looked very suspicious, Twisted. I don't know whether you know if that was you, or if in fact you've actually been hacked or not. I don't know, mate. Steve Small Engine Saloon in the house. How you doing, Steve? And I'll see you, mate. Thanks for popping in, my old fellow Canadian. Hope you're doing well. Got a little hater hobby going today. Great machine. I've got 2 hater hobbies here in the store. One's electric start as well, and it works. Well, it smokes, but it works. I've got to look at that. Very, very busy, mate. I shall grace the panels again soon. All right, Dick, no worries, mate. I'm just checking, mate. I haven't seen a lot of it, mate. That's all it was. I haven't seen a lot of it. Ed China, Ken Legend, yeah, exactly that. Mick, I'm stuck on the row. I think you did actually repeat that. Yeah, that's what it was. Bridges Bike Shop. No, I think I've done most of you now. I think we're there. There's Steve Small Engines. Trucking Matt, how you doing? Trucking Matt, Jungle Bob Repair, done you already. I think we're there. Just try and find a comment from Twisted. Hobby Motor, Gary Ross, Swingers. Yeah, the Swingers. Nothing wrong with that. Twisted V Twin Garage. That has a comment there. That's just jumped again. My God, this chat is a bit glitchy tonight. Just trying to find a comment from Twisted V Twin Garage. There it is there. Yeah, I had a suspicious Instagram video call from Twisted. It was weird. Right, Edward Bloke, Trucking Matt. Jason, how you doing, mate? Hello, Mick, and everyone in the chat. Sorry for being late. It's in the book, mate. You've been marked down as not present. Just finished the garden. All right, mate. No worries. That's fine. Hobby Motor. Okay, so let us know, Twisted V Twin. In fact, it was actually you trying to video call me, mate. I didn't answer it because I had a text to say, check. I've done this. This is brilliant. Check this out. You have to click on the link and log in. I'm not doing that, and I'm not logging in via a link. I'm not doing none of that. Next thing you know, you're being pawn bombed and you get locked out your account. I'm not none of that. So that's it. So that's everyone in the house. If I've missed you, let me know. But I don't think I have. Hi, Ellis Mowers. Is Ellis in the house? Oh, there he is. Hello, Mick. Just watching on the big screen whilst eating my lunch. He's a good lad. Nice to see you, Ellis. I've got your stickers, Ellis, too. For those that haven't got Ellis Mowers, if none of you guys don't know Ellis, then there's something wrong here. Okay, he does ride-ons. He has a go at everything, including driving through his garage. From when he doesn't know he's doing it. We're back. It does that. I don't know why it does that. Blinking thing, innit? So if you haven't got Micks Mowers, then it does it. I don't know why it just dropped out for no reason. It does it right at the beginning of a stream sometimes. I don't know why it does it. It's weird. So if you haven't got Micks Mowers, go and check him out, okay? Because he's a super cool guy. I like Ellis a lot. He does put out a lot of videos and they're long videos too. If you want a good long video, go and check him out. He's cool. I've got 2 or 3 of his stickers there. So if anyone in the UK wants a spare one, I've got one. I've also got a Mower Wizard sticker here as well, which is cool. I think that was all the stickers I got this week. I think I might have one here. Who's that? Oh, I got one here. So who's that? Oh, I got one of Dick's Small Engines. Yeah, Dick, got one of your new ones, mate. Well, I don't know if many people have got these ones. These are Dick's Small Engines new stickers. It looks like, what's that on there? Is that some kind of engine? I know what it is there on Dick. Can't even tell what engine is, Dick. What is that? No idea. Weird setup. But yeah, I've got one of Dick's Small Engines new stickers there. So maybe go on the old wall of shame at some point. I'll do a shout out in a video too. So keep an eye on that. What are you eating for your lunch, Ellis? Anything good? You got anything nice going on? Or just a sandwich? So that's that. Who else we got here? Let's have a quick little look here. Lawnmower Detective. There's anyone? Bill's coming in. Bill, nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping on in. I was hacked, Mick. Yeah, I thought so. Twisted. I thought so. I can smell a hack. The only reason is Riley Boy goes on Mrs. P's phone quite a lot. He used to go on a lot, and he's download all the games. And next thing you know, there's some bloke texting her, "Do you want to see me naked?" And I was like, "Mrs. P, there's people texting you on here saying they want to see me naked and what have you." And it ain't me texting her. I do text that text sometimes, but yeah. So we're very conscious of being hacked because Riley Boy is a little git for just saying yes to any stuff. So yeah, I thought we had been hacked, mate. That's why I didn't push on the link. I can't get my mower to run without priming it. I've cleaned the carb and everything. Run out of ideas. But if it runs when you prime it, right, and when you don't prime it, it don't run. It's a fuel issue. It's a fuel issue. So I'm afraid to say, lots of people say to me, "I've cleaned the carb. I tried all that. Ain't that." I've cleaned carburetors 4 or 5 times and even put through the ultrasonic cleaner on the 5th go, and then it'll run. So you might have to go back to the carburetor again. Little tip, get yourself a rag, a tea towel or a t-shirt or something. Put it on there, nice and clean. Put a pair of gloves on. Cleanliness is godliness when it comes to carburetors. The smallest grain of sand or varnish on a needle seat or something like that will inhibit the carburetor. So treat it like an open heart surgery, okay? Got to be clean. Clean everything off, rim all those main jets out with those gas tip cleaners, rim them out, clean it all through, make sure every single orifice is working and flowing as it should do, and then try it again. It's probably a carburetor, mate. It sounds like it. You froze, Mick. Yeah, it does that. I don't know why it does that. It's a git. Hello, Mick says, oh, Ben's workshop. Oh, so Benedict's now changed the name to Ben in the hope that I wouldn't notice he's late. All right, Ben. How you doing, mate? I saw him late. Been mowing, strimming, and brush cutting. Right, mate. No worries, that's fine. Bruce is shopping in the house. How you doing? Nice to see you, Bruce. Hope you're doing well, my buddy boy. Alexander Smith. The jets get blocked. Yeah, we do, mate. Yeah, sometimes you need to clean out carburetors 2 or 3 times. You know, and like I say, I've got this drill bit in here which I use for quantums, but not too good on Tecumseh's because Tecumseh's seem to be a harder brass compound. But quantums, literally, bomb, drill it out, stops all them hunting straight away. But yeah, go back and try again. Use your head. If it runs, but only runs with a primer to keep it running, then either it's a carburetor fuel system or there's an air leak within the primer system somewhere there. So it's definitely fuel related or pressure related within the fuel system. So you might go back. I'm back. Don't know what missed. Lost. Yeah, I think I lost connection, mate. Wasn't you? I think it was me. It was my end. Right, Mrs. P. Good girl. She's down there. Jets get blocked. I do, but yeah, Mick. I sent you an email, but thinks. Hi, Mick. I sent you an email, bud. Thanks for taking the time to look. If anyone sends me an email, I will generally try and help you out if I can. But you've got to remember, I've got over 7,000 subscribers now, which isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things, but I do get a lot of questions, so I will try and help if I can. Someone asked me, was that you, Paul, wanted a Time Master tension something or other? Someone looking for a tensioner for a Time Master. I couldn't find one in the UK, but I found one just down the road for me. So that's cool. Bought some gasket paper. I'll give that a try. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, gasket papers do help because if the gaskets aren't right, they're never going to run. Consider it done, Detective Cool. Is that for about one of Dick's new stickers? I've got one, mate. I've got one sorted. That's cool. 81 in the house. How are we doing for thumbs up? Are you cheapskates cheaping me out on me? On 47 thumbs up and over 80 in the house. Come on, it don't cost nothing. Hit the thumbs up, people. hit that thumbs up button. It don't cost nothing. If you're on a mobile device, then literally just push the cross above the comments. The comments disappear. Hit the thumbs up and go again from there. 48. Come on, you can do better than that. I've got over 80 in the house here. 80 in the house, and I've only got 40 odd thumbs up. I don't think you lot are applying yourself like I'm applying myself right now. Your stream is lagging tonight. It may do. It may come back. It's what it is. I've got full internet. My router's just here. I'm on a wired connection. I'm doing the best I can do. It may not be my end. It may be your end. But we'll see how we're getting on. Gary Baker, Gary, Micks Suffolk, UK, in the house, and thank you for your help with the hate. Oh, that was you the hater, was it? Cool. Did you get sorted out? Yeah, I had the wrong spring on there, bruv. Yeah. See, I mean, there's someone else there that has asked about help for hater information, and I gave it hopefully within a week. So yeah, I do try. Don't forget, I do work nights too. So me working nights and sleeping during the day and whatever is not an easy thing to apply to all this sort of stuff. Hello, says Joe from Texas. Hello, Joe. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well. All right, how you doing? A thumbs up now. Have we improved? 60. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. So don't forget, give us a thumbs up on your way in or on your way out. If you don't like the stream, then just go. You ain't got to stay here. But hopefully you do like it. So that's cool. So what I'm gonna do now, the rules of a chat are very, very simple, right? I run a very, very simple stream. However, I do run a very, very clean stream. Very bit of rules there, okay? No capital letters unless it is the name of your channel, which you can't help that. No swearing, no obscenities, no bullying. I don't mind plenty of banter. If you got a rib to pick out of someone, then pick it and let us all know, right? Because we'll all take the mickey together, right? But just don't make it personal. Don't say anything to someone that you wouldn't say to your mum. That's how I say it, okay? No more than 2 emojis. If you do flout these guidelines of mine, what will happen is my moderators who are dressed in blue, they will give you a shout and say, oi, pack that up. If you don't, they will delete the comment. If you carry on, they're going to time you out. If you carry on, they're going to hide you from the stream, and that's you done for the night. And it is then down to me to remember for next week to bring it back. And I always forget. Okay, so if you don't play nice, then you're gone. It's as simple as that. It's just be the guidelines that YouTube set out that I have to adhere to. It's as simple as that, okay? Is WD-40 considered, is WD-40 and compressed air not good enough to clean? That's all I use. I very rarely use any form of carb cleaner at all. Very rarely do you see me use carb cleaner. Very rare. Only because it does the needle seats in and it does the O-rings in. And if you haven't got spares, then you're knackered. So I generally use compressed air and WD-40, as you all know. And lots of people criticize me for that. But that's how I do it. You can do it how you like. Bruce Pender, I'm sure that his body, 90% of his fluid in his body is actually carb spray. I'm convinced of that. He's only got about a pint of blood in him. The rest of it is literally carb spray. Me neither. I don't use much. Righto, Bruce. You told me to drink it out of a tin. Right, so that's that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put the link out in the chat, okay? Once I put the link out in the chat, place your bets, please. You then can be invited up onto the panel, okay? And I can have up to about 9 or 10 on a panel, I believe. And the rules are pretty much the same. If you don't play nice, you get kicked out. It's simple, okay? And, you know, if you're going to come here with an attitude problem or whatever, you're going to go. On the same note, if you're going to come up here and just sit here and read a book, then you're going to go as well. And I'll just bring somebody else up. And I'll make no ifs or buts or bones about it. I'll just drop you and bring somebody else up. And it's nothing personal. I like my stream to be running and fast flowing and lots of people enjoying themselves, okay? So that's that. You must be fully clothed as well, also, and you must be engaging. No foul language. I do understand that sometimes the F-bomb does get dropped or whatever once or twice is acceptable in my book. But if it carries on, I'll just drop it down and you're gone. I make no bones. We ain't got to fall out about it. The rules are there before we come up, so you know. Okay? If you muck about, you're gone. Simple as that. And then you won't come up next week, you know. But that's what it is. Doing good since Tim. How you doing, Tim, mate? I hope you're doing well. What was that there? Hi, Mick. Hi, Mick. As advice, I have no idea how much grease to put on my Titan 4-in-1. Any tips? As a novice, okay. Where are you trying to put your grease, bud? Where are you trying to put your grease? Are you trying to put your grease in the gearbox? Is there a grease nipple for it? Or are you just trying to smear grease on it willy-nilly wherever you can? Because some of them do have grease nipples. Literally, just give it 2 or 3 pumps every time you use it. The more grease you have in there, the better. You can't overpack it with grease. the more you have, the better it'll be. You know, it's better to have too much grease than not enough, in my opinion. Let us know what you're saying there, buddy boy. I don't think my Titan's got a grease nipple on it. I don't think it has. Well, it might be just my rototiller attachment, so that's fine. Hi, Mick. What's this one here? Hi, Mick. Kev If Mylan. How you doing, Kev? Hi, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. 39 years married today. My word. We've been married. How long have we been married, Mrs. P? 5 years? How long? 6 years then, this year. I weren't far off then. How long have we been together? 12. Just double it. So congratulations on your wedding anniversary. 39 years, my word. That's calling it. Did he get back to me or not? No, he didn't. Dirt Rider. Now, so doing Dirt Rider. Nice to see you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing okay. Right, that's it then. So reading a book, what an engine manual book is. No, it's not. No reading books. I want you up here having fun, enjoying yourself. So place your bets. Who's going to be first upon the panel? Let me get rid of that banner down there. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Hopefully my internet will hold up for me. Let's put that in there. I didn't. Oh, Trev. No idea where to grease it. I just. Is it just each connections or well? If it's got a grease nipple, then grease it. It's as simple as that. I think the heads have got a grease nipple on them, isn't they? Just the heads have. Just grease them up. They'll be right. Mick, what's this here? What was that? Hang on, before I do that. Let's put a link out in the chat first. Let's do that. I've got someone to ask a question there. I'll get to that question if I can. Got 84 in the house. Right, there goes the link. There it goes. Where's that question gone? I had a question there somewhere. Where'd it go? There. From Vince. Hi, Vince. Hey, mate. Vince's channel. How you doing, Vince? Hi, Mick. I got a Lawn Boy push mower with a 5 horsepower Silver Series Decamish. Really? Okay. It's not getting fuel at standard out of a carb. I think I put new carb on and new fuel lines also, and spark. It still won't start. Some of them Decampsies have got 2 screws on the back where the air filter attaches to. Okay, the screw furthest away from the engine, if you don't have that screwed in, even with the airbox off, then it will never prime anyway. So fit them 2 screws first, even without the airbox on, because that second screw furthest from the engine is actually part of the priming system. So try that. Right, who do we say? 5-1 says Ken, says Bill. Hobby says Hobby will be first. Says Andrew. Ha, Mick. Was teasing you. No worries, Alex. That's fine, buddy. I can get a joke. Hobby will be first. No way. Oh my God. Have you sent me one? Have you sent me one or what? Yes or no? Have you sent me one? No. You're staying down there then. You know, you come up here flashing that about. My Lord. No, out of it. You're gone. Right, first in the house would be my friend who's got a baddie. He's got a boo-boo. So everyone say, oh, dear, Kenny boy. Oh, dear. He got a little boo-boo on his arm because he burnt himself. Up he comes. Up he comes, Cupcake. Hello, sweetheart.
Battle scars, baby. Battle scars.
Battle scars, baby. What have you done to yourself, mate?
Now, I put a stainless exhaust in that 1959 tractor, and I tell you, it was hot. I go to tune the carb underneath. The carburetor's actually underneath, so you couldn't get around it, and it was like, ah. But what do you do? Hey, it happens, right?
What do you happen?
If you're not a small engine mechanic with a little blood each time,
you got to. In fact, I cut myself on my video doing my my toolbox with a scalpel. Pretty much, I've done about 8 drawers, and then the one drawer I did a video on, I cut myself, and I had to do a Brucey plus, a bit of electrical tape, and just wind it on quickly, and just that fixed it. So. Yeah. So are you doing well? I saw a photograph of you on Instagram this morning. It looked like you look like a Sasquatch.
Ed China. There you go.
You look like something, bruv. I don't know about Ed China. A little more like a Sasquatch. Anyway, thanks for popping up, Ken. Much appreciated, buddy boy. The next in the house, he's going to show off now. He's going to show off. And I can't believe you ain't posted me one, brother. I can't believe you ain't posted me one. Here he comes. Look at that. Bruce's shop stickers. Look at that. Oh,
nope, got to put my finger over the phone number.
Oh, sorry, Bruce.
Nope, got it. It's good.
Now, is that a sticker or a business card? What is that?
Well, you know what? Because the stickers are $4 a piece.
$4.
I put a piece of double-sided tape on the back, and now it's a sticker.
There you go. Yeah, exactly that. Phone number.
Bruce, cool. We go for $4. That's crazy.
Vistaprint, Canadian. You know, that's only like 50 cents US.
Send me your thing. I'll get them for you for 40 cents.
Yeah, Bruce.
40 cents.
Yeah, same thing.
Well,
Bruce.
yours looks just as nice as the one. Oh, I was getting fussy though. I want an oval one for that other one with the gear around my head.
Send me the image, and I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, and if you get stuck, Ken, if you get stuck, send me the image, and I'll do the same, Bruce. I'll get you 300 printed off for 300. Cost you about 35 quid.
There you go.
You can buy a good car for that.
Exactly that, and I'll post them over to you, mate. I'm always posting your stuff. In fact, you won a mug last week. Has that turned up yet?
No, sir.
No,
sir. The nice thing about our postal system,
Bruce, you ain't got called Bruce. We've exchanged too many emails for you to call me sir.
Is that better? Is my voice better now?
It sounds sort of Canadian.
Mick, I got a question though.
Hey, Lakey.
Look at your name. What's your name say in your thing, Mick? What's it say?
Well, yeah, but that's for the untitled people. That's all it is.
This is important, Nick. When I logged on, it came on Bruce's shop number 39 or something, and that's not my address. So
trolls.
Is it? So how did that get changed?
Yeah, no, Mick, the same thing happened to me with the Instagram the other day. One of my followers came on. They wanted me to log on and do this stuff. Same thing happened to me.
Yeah. I don't know.
So it came up on your. Am I listed as Bruce's number 39 shop, or is it Bruce's shop?
No idea. It could be. Yeah, it could be. It could be. I don't think it is, though, Bruce. Maybe you've been hacked.
Yeah.
Are you really,
what
Bruce?
Do I do? What do I do about that?
No, it still says Bruce's shop. No, just Bruce's shop.
Well, there's only one Bruce's shop I know of. So the only real test for us to know if you've been hacked or not is for you, if you are in fact an impersonator, or if you are Bruce, is to go and clean a carburetor on a Tecumseh and get it running first thing. Because if you can get it running, we know it's you, Bruce.
Well, you know what happened to me on yesterday? I had one. It'll start one time and it won't start the next.
Not enough methyl hydrate, Bruce. A little more methyl hydrate.
I know. I think maybe it needs a valve adjustment or something. It's just not consistent.
Right, who we got next up here? Oh, we've got the drunken sailor. There he is.
Klaus?
Hobby motor.
Hi,
Hobby. Klaus.
Howdy. Yeah. How are you?
Oh, what is that? That's not a bottle. That's not beer. What is that?
It's Irish coffee.
No, just almost empty coffee thing.
Carb cleaner.
We've also got Jungle Bob Repair coming in the house. It's Jungle Bob.
Hey, Jungle Bob.
Hey, Jungle Bob.
The Lawnmower Detective. Place your bets if his YouTube is turned off. Let's have a listen. It normally isn't. Hey. Oh, he's done it. Cool.
I got a pick up the uniform.
And we've also got Joe Z. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Mick.
Yo, there he is. How you doing, Joe?
Hey, Mick, this is the first time I went on a live stream. You're my maiden voyage, but I hear a lot of people talking at once. Am I doing something wrong?
No. I think you have a little tiny bit of a lag, about 3 or 4 seconds. But what we will all do is we will adjust for that. Everyone apart from Ken, we'll adjust for that, and hopefully it'll be all right. So if we know, if you want to say something, either just put your hand up like Ken does, or we'll work around it. But anyway, congratulations on your first ever live stream appearance.
This is the first one you're in.
You've chosen me. What a place to do it. Trust me. But I'll tell you something. This panel's full of weirdos. Look at that one. Look. There you go. Weirdo.
Mick always likes to be your first.
Yeah. Right. So let me put the link out one more time in case we've got a few people want to come on up, and then we'll do the normal. We'll go round and see how your week's gone and what you've been up to. So what you been doing, then, Ken? You been busy working on something? Yeah, go on, Ken.
I was trying to get the pop-out chat while I was doing it, but I have to mute for the pop-out so you don't double hear it. No, I mean, we've got a lot of work, tons of work. It's just the weather. It's monsoon rain and wind. It's nuts for like the past 2 days.
So you guys were having actually really, really good weather 2 days ago?
We're having English weather.
Well, we must have done a change, because I'm telling you, Mrs. P's out here now. Time is now 10 past 7. Out here in just a bikini. Do you want to see? No? Okay, fine. She's out here painting. Come on, baby. Good girl. She's out there painting at the moment.
How do you get her to paint?
She's creosoting the old brown fence stain.
You just hand them a brush and give them a tail
Mate, I'm telling you, Bruce, she absolutely loves it. I think we're on paint tub number 3. That's
Right on.
18 litres she's gone through, and I think 4 litres of that she's actually worn it or drank it. She gets don't ever paint near her because you get smothered. She proper gives it all of that sort of action going on. You get absolutely smothered in it.
Hey, Bruce, I hear they had snow in Canada yesterday, in one part of Canada.
Well, yeah. Don't forget, Canada goes right up within a few hundred miles of the North Pole, so we got a big stretch. But it's been cool here until this weekend. Today it's 22 degrees.
Can I just bring a few more people up, Bruce? I don't want to cut in, mate. I know you like.
This is supposed to be Ken's. This is Ken's turn still.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring one.
I gotta get the. Go ahead, Bruce. I gotta get the pop out chat. I'll be back.
I gotta just bring up a few. I've got Grandpa. There he is. All right, Gramps.
Henry.
There he is.
Henry.
I've also
Hey,
got
Henry.
Andrew from Simply Small Engines. There he is. There's Andrew. That's it.
Hi.
I do, buddy.
That's cool. So, so go on, Ken. So, what you got? Monsoon weather on then? Monsoon weather.
Like I said, enough work to keep me busy, but it's just the weather. I do most of it outside, so when it's crappy weather, it's like, you know. I mean, I work out in the rain. Don't get me wrong. I've done stuff out in the rain. I don't mind it, but it's nicer when it's not raining. That's all.
So I did see you the other day. I think it was on someone's live stream, but you was actually in your workshop. Was that right?
Oh yeah. I was downstairs the other night.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was Phil or somebody. No, it was who was that? Was it Bob? One of the guys. Yeah, somebody.
I can't remember. I did see you. I nipped in and nipped out like I do. I'm always somewhere.
I thought it was Conquer though. I thought it might have been Phil's stream.
I've got no idea. I don't think I was near Conquer's stream this week. I was busy. I've been so busy working nights. I've been working really silly, crazy early shifts. Really, where it's not even a night shift. It's more like a late night on the town sort of shift. You know what I mean? Start at 9:30 at night and get in at 2:30 in the morning. It's not even a night shift. You know, it's a crazy shift.
How is it over there, Mick? Is everyone going nutso with no masks and all that, or what's the deal?
Well, they're saying as of the 21st of June, a day before my birthday. Don't forget my Amazon wish list.
You are so proud, my friend.
Bruce, did you see that? So I did there, Bruce.
Look at it.
So yeah, 21st of June, we're supposed to be uncoupled, and that virus will no longer exist. We're going to be immune from it. They're now saying, as of last week, actually, we might have to do a bit of a U-turn. So I'm not quite sure. Yeah, that Indian variant is going to kick us in the butt.
Okay, when's your birthday, Mick? When's your birthday?
Day after summer solstice, Bruce.
That's my mom's birthday, so that's easy to remember.
There
June
you go.
22?
Aye?
June
Second.
22.
22nd.
Yeah. Yeah.
My mom was on the 23rd.
22nd of June.
Who is? You are Henry.
Yeah.
You're the 22nd of June as well. No way, Henry! You've got to check out my Amazon wish list, buddy. I tell you, my God, crazy. So,
I have one, but I haven't published it.
So we were looking to do a big barbecue on the 22nd or that weekend. Big family gathering, not seen everyone for a little while. You know what I mean? And but it looks like now, actually, do you know what? I don't think it's going to happen. I went to the fuel station earlier on just to go and get fuel for tonight. I don't like filling up at 2:30 in the morning in case I get mugged. So I filled up earlier on, and literally there was about 15 people in the shop with me, and I was the only bugger in there with a mask on. Can you believe that? But there you go. It's what people is. It's a way of the world, right? People are just doing it. So it's no wonder we get locked up again. But there you go.
Hey, Mick, you guys have a holiday Monday?
Well, it was
Yeah,
last week.
this Monday coming. Yeah, Bank Holiday
is
Monday.
it?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, May.
Ours was last week.
Yeah, we have Memorial on Monday, so thank you to all the veterans for your service.
You're welcome, Henry. Did you see that? Henry, Ken was saying thanks. Oh, Joe went for a burn. Joe fell off.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ken's been busy. Bruce, what you been on, buddy boy? Anything good?
Well, I've had I think the last time we talked, I was complaining I didn't have any machines in. And then we had our long weekend, and everybody must have decided it was time to cut the grass. And I had 10 machines. I was doing 4 a day, going like crazy. And I've only got 2 left. And I have a pal coming over with a Tecumseh with a sheared flywheel key right after the video stream.
You got. Sorry, Bruce, you broke up. Say it again.
Oh, I have a friend coming over.
Yeah.
With a sheared flywheel key.
On what engine's that, Bruce?
On a starts with a T.
Yeah.
It's a chief. It's a chief.
Yeah.
Chief.
See, you were quite quick there, Bruce. I didn't get it first time round. I was waiting for the second time.
Tecumseh.
Joe says, I'm leaving the stream.
it.
I'll just watch. I hear everyone speaking at once, and I cannot understand conversations. All right, Joe, no worries, mate. You're more welcome to come back anytime you like, Joe. It does happen. It does get a bit frisky up here at times. It does tend to happen, but you're more than welcome anytime, Joe. More than welcome, buddy boy. Okay, yeah, well, that's normally the way it goes, Bruce. And I know that DNR Small Engines, he was saying at the beginning when he first started up, you know, I haven't got no machines in, I've got the odd bit here, I'm waiting on parts, just starting up, you know, just getting into it. And I said, oh, don't worry, it'll soon pick up, and before you know it, you'll be racing and trying to catch your tail. And he wasn't convinced at first, and the last I see of him, he was chainsaw and blower high. So he's now in the thick of it like the rest of us. So it does happen.
And I had
four machines a day, Bruce. That's good, mate. 4 machines a day. That's something going.
My last little video on that Toro recycler I had in.
Yeah.
I had before the other person came to pick it up. I had another one exactly like it come in with a seized gearbox. I don't like calling them transmissions. And so that'll be my video on Tuesday.
Okay, cool. Well, I look forward to that. I've got a channel here called the Tecumseh Lover. Can you believe that channel? Can you believe that? Actually, his name. He's actually got a Tecumseh sticker on there. Can you believe that? Some people are just crazy, man. That's cool. So, what have you been up to, Lawnmower Detective? Have you been pumping out videos twice a week and doing? No, doubt it.
No, I'm exporting a video in the background right now on the
Me too.
the go-kart project, and I just finished a John Deere 14 SE yesterday.
Oh yeah,
I had
Kawasaki.
I had to replace the drive or the blade clutch, which was a bear to get off, but yeah,
they're a bear to get back on.
yeah. I actually had to undo the whole engine to get that thing back on because of that arm that goes up between the deck and the motor.
Yeah, it happens. I was working on a mower 2 days ago. It was a really, really simple fix, man. I could have just easily done it. You know, I had to take the boss off. It was an engine swap. The engine was good, and it was one of those where I had to keep the boss for the engine because it was sort of unique to the blade, you know.
Yeah.
So I heated it up. I give it a few nice little gentle Micks Mowers taps with a soft blow hammer, not a big one. Mm-hmm. A nice cut of gentle taps. Put the puller on it, took the tension up, bit more heat, pulled it with me impact, snapped it clean in half. Well, not actually clean in half. It actually snapped a quarter, and I still can't get it off the shaft.
Man. That's crazy.
Yeah. And you can still count to 21.
Yeah, Bruce. I was not a happy puppy about that. I've got to order a new boss for it now, but you know, so it's only a profit out of the machine. That's all it is. But I was hoping a nice, simple, easy fix, and no, it's not the way it goes, is it?
So, Mick, your birthday's on the 22nd, you said?
My birthday's on the 22nd of Amazon wishlist. Sorry, 22nd of June. Yeah, that's right.
Mine is on the 28th of Amazon wishlist. I mean, of June.
Yeah, much the same as mine. I don't know if Sparky can run my Amazon wishlist link in the chat, mate. Hi, Rafa, mate. How you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Yeah, Bruce, you know, if you don't ask, you don't get, Bruce. You know, it's as simple as that, right?
I know, it goes with a lot of things.
Yeah, so I did see last week, Bruce. I think it was last week you were up here for a very limited time. I did see Kimberly in the background, very, very, very briefly. I did try and shout hello, but I think you'd already disconnected your headphone set, so I did try and shout hello to her, but I don't think she heard me anyway. She was busy doing her stuff.
And I got the stickers with one for her, Ken. Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Cool. Well done. Okay, so that's what.
Yes, I have a purple one though.
Yeah, I need a purple one too, Ken.
I don't want one. I'm all right. I want a Brucey sticker. In fact, Bruce, if you just send me the image, I'll get one printed my end. A nice sticker. I want one of them.
Looks like me, doesn't it?
It looks just like you.
Yeah,
it's funny about how it's your channel.
My niece is a talented girl.
Yeah, well, there you go. So that's what you want. You know, something just to help you out with the editing of the software side. That's exactly what you want. Ken is eating.
In your card though, you don't have a picture of a tray and methyl hydrate.
Yeah, I know.
Bruce, Bruce, do you want to see my lift table, Bruce?
I'd love to see your lift table. Did you change it?
Uh-oh.
It's perfect.
Good thing he's got all that tool storage, huh?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I didn't think you had tornadoes over there, man.
Mick, I guess the tool storage is on hold, huh?
I'm telling you, I've had a bad week. I just literally have been flinging stuff, just getting mowers fixed and getting out the door. It's been a bad week. So, Jungle Bob Repair, what have you been up to, buddy boy?
Well, same thing as usual, working on trimmers and lawnmowers, but I had a bit of bad luck this week. A tree fell in my backyard, so I've been out there trying to make my chainsaw work, and I figured out I had a crappy chainsaw. I had to fix the chainsaw I'm trying to cut the tree up with, and
Any damage?
other than that, same old thing. Working, trying to make another week. And by the way, I'll say happy birthday to you and the lawnmower detective early, in case I forget.
Yeah, well, if you forget, then someone will be sending out my Amazon wish list during the month of June. So I'll try and remind as many as I can.
There'll be a link to
Good thing there's no self-promotion.
So, Bob, was there any damage? Sorry, was there any damage when the tree fell down, Bob?
But
Sorry,
other than
hello?
that, no, it's just been a regular. It's kind of slow. Weather. It rained a couple of days in the morning time, and even you guys know I work out of my carport and out the driveway, so I have to make accountances for that. So I work on trimmers and stuff like that under the carport when the weather's bad. But other than that, I've had a pretty good week. I'm excited about this weekend, ready to grill out some food and stuff like that.
Cool.
For those of you who can't find Mick's link to his Amazon wish list, it will be inside my Amazon wish list. You'll be able to find a link to his. Sounds
like one-stop shopping.
Please welcome celebrity TV person of the year, Steve, Small Engine Saloon.
Hi, Steve.
What's up, boys?
Before we go any further, sorry to butt in, Steve. Before we go any further, Rusty, you ain't got one. I think I've sent one out to you, Russ. Look, Rusty, there is my email. Send me an email, mate, with your address, buddy boy, and I will ping you one out first class, and I'll stick it out to you, mate, because you've got a banging channel. I've always said that from day one. You got an
Rusty
absolute
Rooster.
channel.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rooster, I love
God.
him. He's hilarious.
If you are not subscribed to that man, then there is officially something wrong with you, and you want a checkup from the neck up. I'm telling you.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah, cool.
Did you guys know about the channel Chickanic?
Yeah, got Chickanic. I've had Chickanic for years.
Yeah, we need to get her on the stream too now.
Yeah, she's only just started putting. I think she just put a couple of videos out in the past 2 weeks. I think she's been busy moving or something.
A couple of them.
Yeah, she's put a couple of videos. Yeah, I know Chickanic. Yeah, I've been watching her stuff before.
I just found that too. I was just saying. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice t-shirt. It's a lovely t-shirt. I wonder what t-shirt Steve's got on. Oh yeah. Look at that. Check you out. Yeah.
You
Oh
should
my
have
God,
seen
t-shirts everywhere going on. Look at
Big
t-shirts.
dog,
Look. There's only one t-shirt you want in your life.
That's a nice one. I like it.
I've got a brand new jacket, proper embroidered. I got it just today. Oh, it's lovely. It's proper nice. It is too. What have you got over there? What are you trying to show me? Yeah, you see, now the problem with those ones, you see, Lawnmower Detective, is those t-shirts, they don't for some reason customs don't accept them out of Canada into the UK. I don't know why that is.
Is that true?
Well,
Is that actually true?
I tell you what, Steve, try posting one. Try posting one. See if it works.
Yeah. That's one way to find out.
Yeah,
On that note,
is there no shame?
How do I buy one of your shirts, Mick?
Mate, I will send you a t-shirt. I've got your personal address. I will send you one. It's as simple as that. It's not a problem.
Nice series on that 5 horsepower.
Extra large. XL.
XL is hang on. So hang on. So is UK XL the same size as Canadian? Because the American, there is a difference.
Good. Yeah. Good question. I know.
American. I think American. If you get an XL in American, that's actually a 2X large in the UK.
Yeah, because we're fat.
We grow them bigger here.
They don't come up big. It's
Okay.
American.
Check this out.
People.
Check this out. See this? Y'all love this guy.
Oh, there we go.
Nope. But James sent me this one.
Yeah.
And it's large. It's an L.
That's a large. Okay.
So he's in the UK. So this fits me. When I first pulled it out of the package, I went, "Oh, it's a large. Oh, it's going to be tight." And it fits just like an extra large. It fits just like this extra large that I got from Terrell. There's no size difference between this large and this extra large.
I'll get you one sent out, Cupcake. If you want to come up on my panel, you need to turn your camera on. Your camera's not turned on if you're in the basement. For some reason, I think you might be having connection problems down there. So yeah, if you want to come up on the panel, yeah, he's gone again. Come have another go and turn your camera on. I don't know why your camera wasn't on, buddy boy. So how far do we get? How far we done you? Henry, what you been doing, mate? And don't give me it's too hot, too cold, it's raining, too windy, or too overcast.
What do you say?
A lot of demolition. Got a lot of demolition done.
Good lad.
So I got rid of a lot of mowers. Went out today and picked up one of those hospital patient lifts, so I can lift the motors out of the cradles of the mowers.
Zippo Varga uses one of those.
Yeah. Yep. So I've been busy, getting ready to start repairing some of the machines I have here.
Good.
And Twisted V's channel, I ended up getting the same thing you did, some kind of message to go on to Instagram or something like that.
Yeah. You got literally. First of all, he just video messaged me, and this is like it was a good time for me. About I think it was roughly about 10:30 in the morning, which would have meant Twisted would have been up about 3:30 in the morning. So I thought that was a bit suspicious at first. Although I think he's a lorry driver, so probably not that suspicious. But then it said, "Oh, Mick, check out what I've just done." Blah 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 blah. It's amazing. You won't believe it. Hit the link, and I thought, "Oh, I don't want to hit the link. I'm scared to hit the link." And then it said underneath, "Log in," and I thought, "I ain't doing that."
Yeah, I did hit the link, and my Apple or Mac security said, "No, don't open the link."
Yeah, exactly that. I've got double wide 6 trying to come. Yeah, nearly Bob. I don't know what's up with you down there, Bob. I can see you, Bob. I can't see your image, mate. I can see your logo. I can't see your face, Bob. Unfortunately, I can't bring you up until you do, buddy boy. Although I'd love to have you up here because I don't see you very much. You could be somebody else impersonating. Someone just asked about these hater motif spring. Can I measure it? The answer is no, because I scrapped it. So unfortunately, you could have actually had the spring. So there's Bob. Hang on, 2 seconds. My panel, my basement's getting a bit full up. Let me come up. I saw a super chat there somewhere. I see a super chat.
Dick Small Engine. Yeah, Dick Small Engine.
Here's a mate, Dick. There you go. Have a pint on me, my mate. Yeah, definitely. Cheers, Dick. $3.99 will buy me a lovely big juicy pint when we eventually get out there. Cheers. Henry is that age now, man. He is that age. Henry's not old. He's vintage. He's vintage. As simple as that. So what have you been up to then, Hobby Mower? Have you been busy doing stuff or not?
I have been busy. I took on a real-time tiller earlier this week and thinking that that was going to be nice. Turned out to be a proper lemon.
Engine or frame?
It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because Steve's tiller was actually painted lemon colour.
Yeah. This one was too.
And it was a lemon.
This one, real-time, regular AYP product. Engine ran fairly. So I did a valve job on it, cleaned the car, all that stuff. Engine ran great, and all gears worked. So first test drive out of the shop, I came halfway down the yard and traction stopped.
Okay.
And tying still runs, but traction dead. So I got slightly frustrated and I put it up for sale as defective. And somebody came and picked it up about 2 hours ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
it's hard to give up, isn't it?
I hate it.
Well, I mean,
but the amount of money you put into one of these, if you take them apart, I mean, you never know what you're going to find inside. If it's been running without grease for, I mean, you're looking at replacing chains and sprockets.
Yeah. Do you know what, Klaus? You know, when I did that hover mower with the that stupid engine.
The chief engine.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. Do you know what? I'm not even going to call it a chief. I'll just call it a TP.
Okay.
Yeah, with them silly TP engines. The engine was done. The engine was done. You know, and I could have got a complete new bore for it. Not to include any bearings, top and bottom bearings. Not to include a new head gasket. Who said that? That was you, detective. I heard that. I know it was you. I heard it.
Was it?
Yeah, it was him. I heard it. He said it. Or was it you? It might have been you. You got that look about you. It might have been you, actually. Yeah. Someone said to me, you should restore that. Blah 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 blah. Well, it's okay, but you're looking at £40 just for the cylinder bore, plus a head, the head gasket. You know, all that sort. You know, you're going to be looking at about, by the time you come out of it, you're looking at about £120 just on parts alone. You know, and you just can't do it all the time. You know, it doesn't work like that when you're doing vintage stuff. No. You know, so
sometimes a machine gives you impression, this will work. I mean, you try and test it out. It looks solid. It doesn't drip too much. It looks okay, and then it goes and makes a number on you. I mean, I did the full engine thing. I had I sanded in the valves. I adjusted the valves. I did a new head gasket, plug, filter, blah blah blah, all that stuff. And the damn thing breaks down the first time I take it out. And it's just
it's funny. It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that, Klaus. I've got in my mower store an MTD made to destruct rear tine tiller. I featured it on 2 videos. Okay.
Yeah.
And it runs and worked A1 in the first video. Lovely. Okay. Second video, I did something else to it. And literally within 20 minutes of me putting it up on the market for really strong money, it sold straight away. Gone. The bloke picked it up on a transit van. He was a commercial guy. He wanted to use it to do what it should do. And in my opinion, 6.5 horsepower flathead Briggs, man enough to do that all day long.
Yep.
He had it out on a job that day. Within an hour of picking it up, text me to say the tines have stopped, and I can go forwards and backwards. But when you go to engage the tines, there's nothing there at all, nothing at all, and it feels like the clutch fork has gone or something, like the selector's gone.
Yeah.
You can apparently buy the bits for it.
Yes. Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah.
For what I hear, it's a MTD machine built in Germany. Is what I'm hearing from my friends up in Pro Parts Direct. That's what I'm hearing. But they're an absolute pig to fix, apparently. And from what I hear on forums, is that lots of people split the gearboxes, they repair the parts, replace the parts, and the parts only last like an hour and a half.
Alignment, yeah.
Here we get, I mean, most of these rear-time tillers that came out of AYP, they have all gone Husqvarna today. I mean, you get your parts from Husqvarna. Input shaft, £40.
Yeah.
For an input shaft, and it takes 2 needle bearings too. That's extra.
That's what a lot of people don't do. They don't replace the bearings when they're doing the shaft sprockets and chains.
And the shafts flop around.
Big mistake. Yeah, big mistake. And I mean, I've had these apart before, and they're fairly okay to work on. They're not overly complicated. It's a lot of work, but it's doable. But I mean, I tried to take one of the wheels off. I did Terrell's heat quench trick 3 times.
Yeah.
Damn thing wouldn't move. So you're looking at a new rim as well because you got to cut the damn thing off. So I just figured, no way. I'm going to unload this, sell it as defective. And there was a couple of nice Polish guys that came and picked it up about 2 hours ago.
Perfect.
And the chances are is that go back to Poland on a container. Someone will actually make the parts out of scrap metal for it, and it'll run another 35 years.
Most likely, yeah.
That's the truth of it.
Yeah.
You know.
So from that aspect, not that good of a day for me. I mean,
Probably
I'm happy
a good
to get
day
that.
I'm sure the guy who bought it or got it from you inexpensively, he'll be happy with it because he got
happy
with a great motor.
Yeah, he looked happy.
Not 9 times out of 10, the people who buy these vintage stuff either buy it just to put in the corner of their shed for parts for their own machine, or they're doing their own machine up and what have you. So if ever I see a Dennis lawnmower come up in my area, sort of scrap free to collector, I'll go and get it because the parts on them are like gold dust. Well, it's not going to happen. You don't see them come up for nothing. But if ever I see one, I'll take it all day long because the parts are getting really, really hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. What about you, Steve-O? We've got a double wide 6 t-shirt on. Double wide was trying to get in my panel a minute ago, but he's having problems. That's a nice t-shirt. That he's having problems turning his camera on. So I don't know if it was actually Bob or not. I didn't see him in the chat. But apparently Bob has emailed me some logos over to for me to print off myself, but they look like they're just blank attachments. I need to get hold of Bob. There might be transparent attachments. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe if I copy it onto a white background, it might show. So what have you been up to, Steve? You've been busy, boy. I see you done that Tiller video. That's good.
Yeah, that series is finally over. I'm kind of happy it's over now because I was like, 7 videos in a row, all dealing with that tiller. So it's done. It works.
Those little motors.
I wish I could have found some place to actually dig that into the ground. I did it. When I do that. Demo. When I did that, just running it out there. That's my lawn, more like a weed patch, but I dug a little bit in there just to put it under a little bit of load. Not on camera, but I don't have anywhere to actually till anything. And I even contacted 2 of my buddies and said, hey, can I come over and just take a quick shot of me actually using this in a garden? Well, and they're like, stay away from my garden, Steve. It's already planted.
Exactly.
It's funny.
Don't get over here.
It's funny you say that because there's a fella who lives just up the road from you, pretty much, and you could have had a till off between the 2 of you because Bruce has got Bruce is famous for his starting ability on his little front tine tiller he's got.
That's the 3.5 horsepower stalwart with a vertical worm. It's got a vertical worm gear, man. That thing is just a beautiful machine, and it's as ugly as sin. It was stored under it was stored under a deck. Bruce? Pardon me?
Do you have a video on that so we can see it?
Yeah.
Well, when was that? I tried to watch all of them, but
he put it out about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah. But
2 weeks ago, because
halfway
through it, you hear those words, lunch. Halfway through.
Yeah.
let me just use my Micks Mowers pen here, and I'll write that down.
Check you out.
Hey, did you tape it together?
Hold the press. We have celebrity status in the house.
Double wide.
Please welcome Double Wide.
Nice.
Hey,
Bob.
What's up, guys?
There he is. Bob, what's going on, mate? You're supposed to be a teacher, a man of education, and you can't turn the camera on. What's going on?
I had to reset my computer. I don't know why it wasn't coming on. It's a MacBook, so I don't know what the deal was. So I was trying to sort that out, but I ended up having to restart it, and then it worked.
Hey, Bob, you like my shirt? You like that? Pretty sweet, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy.
So, Bob, you actually sent me some attachments. Are they transparent attachments you sent me?
A transparent attachment? What's that?
You sent me you sent me 3 attachments of your logo. You emailed them over to a little while ago.
About a month ago.
Yeah, are they transparent? Because obviously, when I view them, they come up as blank.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I didn't design them, but
I think they are because the guy designed them, and then I sent them over to the screen printer.
Right. Okay. I'll go back to them and try and put them onto a different color background. Maybe that's what it is. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some more made, and I'll get some extra larges. That's what I'm looking for. XXL. Is that what you guys want?
I only have large, Bob. But if you put large and 3 kisses on the end of it, that'll do me.
Okay.
Hey, Mick, maybe you should get Riley Boy to help you open those attachments properly.
Say again, Steve. Steve, say again.
Maybe you should.
Hi. So,
So is that like those stickers are like the camouflage shirt you can't find?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I got a question. Oh, Klaus isn't here. Oh.
There he
is. Oh, he went down the street and got a beer.
Yeah, I had a question for him too, but he walked away.
Klaus never walks anywhere. He stumbles out of his room. By about 8:30, he normally hits the filing cabinet on the way out.
What?
He went and spent
what me?
He went and spent 15 Danish pounds on a glass of beer down at the tavern down the street.
What's the other K stand for in your money? I know you use Danish krones, but what's the other K stand for?
DK? You mean DKK?
Yeah.
I know it's Danish krones.
DK is Denmark and K is crowns.
Is that a Dutch thing?
But there's 2 Ks in your money. That's what I was wondering.
DK is for Denmark, and then
it's
K
a Dutch
is for
thing.
crowns.
It's a bit like Dutch bacon.
Well, someone make this guy settle down up there. He's talking Dutch, I think.
Yeah. You said $8. You said Mick about $8 US, so that's all I was wondering.
Hey, you just said talking Dutch. I thought it's Danish.
Same thing.
Last live
I like a good Danish.
Klaus got teased really bad about Dutch, not Danish.
It's all the same thing, isn't it, Klaus? Same thing, innit?
So that's like calling an American an Australian.
Yep.
Same thing. That's the same thing.
Or a Brit and Irish, or the other way around.
Same thing.
Ooh.
We got to remember.
Or calling a Scot a Brit.
You got to remember Mick Mowers.
Or calling an Englishman Welsh.
Yeah.
Steve and Bruce.
You guys know we're all really called limeys. You all know that.
The funny thing
Flemish
is when
and
you go,
Dutch is the same too.
Yeah, there you go.
The Dutch don't like the Flemish
He don't agree with that. Look at the face. Look, he don't agree with that.
He's gonna cry.
I don't know about Flemish and Dutch. That's right. Not. What I do know is that. Sorry, Henry.
Belgium and Holland, neighbors.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Bob, what have you been up to, mate? I've been watching some of your videos that you released. The last video I saw of yours, you had your little boy out with you, getting down on dirty with some wrenches and stuff. That was cool.
Yeah, I'm still pretty busy. I'm starting to slow down a little bit from where I was, but recently I've been working on a couple zero turns. I got one today I was on that had a mouse nest up in it, carb. The float kept, every time it was on a hill, the thing would stall. So wound up doing a carb cleaning, cleaned out a mouse nest. I don't know.
I was
busy, putzing around. Kids have lots of sports going on and that type of stuff. So I'm doing that too.
It's funny you've got that coat on there, Bruce, because there's another fella I watched a video the other week. He had a very, very similar blue coat on, but I think he was butt naked underneath his.
He said, I did a reply to that, and I was less dressed than Bob was.
I
don't want to know this. Stop.
I don't know. I don't want to know what. I mean, Bruce did a comeback in his garage as a bit of a there you go, Bob. But I don't know what Bob's neighbours are thinking. They must have thought, look at that man out there. Look, he's got a long coat on.
Yeah.
A pair of boots on and absolutely nothing else on. Look like one of them flashers.
You guys walk down the street, you get arrested for that.
Oh, I'm telling you. It was a weird setup.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
But mine was clean. Mine was clean though, Bob.
Yep. You both look like flashers to me when I saw that.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Same code as this right here.
Bruce, phone number.
I saw your phone number. I saw
I
your
know.
phone number.
I showed the phone number.
Oh, I'm going to phone you right now.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
call him.
Yeah,
We'll all
have
call
a
him.
call.
I'll have to run I can never. I'm terrible. My cell phone's in the house. I'm in the garage. Things ringing. People want their mowers fixed, and my phone's ringing in the house.
Hey,
Lower up your phone number. Let me see that card again, Bruce.
Or I'll show you my phone number.
Bruce's shop and bring your coat. Oh,
Look at that! How cool is
that's
that?
cool.
That is nice.
that is really cool.
It looks
Yeah.
like you, Bruce, too. It looks like you.
It totally looks like him.
Who made your emoji?
My niece.
It looks like a gnome. He should get a gnome that looks like that. Put in his garden.
That's how it started. I have a bobblehead with a guy with a beard. And that's
It looks
how
like a gnome, doesn't it?
Ken,
Hey,
you can't come up here and start calling Bruce a gnome. You can't do that, man.
There's already a famous gnome on the internet, but nobody likes him. So I don't know.
Bruce, maybe you should get, as your giveaway feature, you should get one of those bubble heads.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Hang on.
I gotta get stickers first.
Hang on.
Oh,
You cannot say to Bruce, being a Canadian, you know what he's like. He was just whinging about the price of stickers. For Bruce to do a giveaway, you must be joking. They ain't going to give nothing away.
You know, we all do our thing, and I like
We all
to
have
help.
our own style.
My thing is helping out new YouTube subscribers. That's what I like to do.
Helping out nude YouTube subscribers?
That's what I thought I heard too, Kim.
Under my coat.
That's what I thought I heard too.
So the funny thing is, Bruce has just admitted he likes helping out nude subscribers, and then Bob walks around half naked on his driveway in a coat. What's going on here?
Hey, it's not the size of the wand. It's the
Hey, don't ask me to stand up.
Exactly.
yeah, don't stand up.
Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly that, Sandy Rose. You just said nude, exactly that.
Yeah.
I have a YouTube question for you, Bob.
Okay.
Speaking of which, would you had your kid on there on your video?
Right.
Did you click on that button that says or do kids appear in this video?
I didn't even know it said that.
No,
No.
that button is made for if the video is made for kids.
Yeah. So the only stipulation is, I think, Steve, is that whenever Riley Boy is on one of my videos, he must not appear on a video on his own. He must be accompanied by an adult in every single clip that you do.
And the video
Why
can't be
is
for
that?
children. Like the video, Micks Mowers is still for adults.
Yeah.
It can't be for children. And also, he can't have Riley say, "Oh, go down to this link and click and buy something." And
Yeah, can't have all that. Yeah.
'cause then that's an FTC violation.
Oh my lord!
I'm used to doing it. I just click the boxes. I always click.
Is there a rule for advertising your Amazon wish list?
Yes.
as well?
If a video is made for kids, like let's say I
Very-
did toy reviews. Let's say I did toy reviews. They're specifically made for children. When a video is made for children, all the comments are turned off. And there's his wish list. All the comments are
getting hot
turned
in
off.
here.
All the likes and dislikes are turned off, and you can't advertise on it.
Okay.
So before we
you
carry
can't
on,
use children for advertising.
I do actually have another celebrity in my house down in my basement. Please welcome to the show, Mr. BS Small Engines. There's my little muddy Brandon. There he is. Hi, Brandon, boy in Texas.
Hey, Brandon.
What you working on, buddy?
Hi, Mick.
How you doing,
How you
baby?
doing, Brandon?
Been a while. I've been really busy. I've been too busy for live streams here lately.
Is it a simple case of like, people's TVs are broken or something? I've got Bob come up, Brandon come up, Steve come up, Bruce come up. Is there something going on? Have you been kicked out of the house, you lot, or something? You got nothing better to do?
Well, if I stay in the house, I have to clean the house. So,
Hey, Mick, I have tons of things to do right now, but nothing better than coming on and seeing you guys.
I hear that, brother. I hear that.
Sweet talk. Steve. That's sweet talking.
As I've already said, Steve, I'll post a T-shirt to you. You haven't got to keep creeping up to me.
I actually rescheduled a chief order till 2:00 so that I could be on the street today.
And that'll give you a T-shirt right away. Right
Oh, can I actually ask Klaus a question here?
You
I wanted to ask him this. I saw your video that you put out like a few hours ago, Klaus. By the way, first of all, I love hearing you speak Danish.
Thank you.
I'm not kidding. It puts a smile on my face. Like I can't get the grin off my face when I'm listening to you speak. But my question is, when you were welding on that video, do you not destroy the lens on your camera when you're welding?
I don't honestly. I don't know.
I thought maybe you had a piece of plexiglass or something in between to keep your lens safe.
You know
what I did was I moved the camera further away and I zoomed in.
Good call. Nice.
Yeah, so
nice.
I'm pretty. Usually, what gets my cameras is brake clean.
Yeah, right.
Carb clean.
Yeah.
I think it was.
I've got a little comment there. Mick, just clean my carby on my stuff at Punch 43S. That's a cylinder mower. And as yet to start, any advice? Well, so it's not starting. Well, you need to check. Obviously, first of all, you got your spark and whatever. Make sure you got spark and all that, and just throw some cleaner down the head. See if you can get it to go bang first. If you get it to go bang, then obviously, like I said to the last gentleman, and all of these fellas up here will all tell you, you can clean a carburetor once, twice, 3 times a charm, but you might have to go back and do it a 4th time. You know, it happens. So many people say, I've cleaned the carb, it can't be the carb. Yep. I'm sorry, but I've cleaned carb 5 times.
There could be stuff behind the Welch plugs and
clean it again.
It sneaks out after you.
We've had to talk about the European Chief engines. In the US, who makes the carburetors for Chief?
It was Walbro.
Who's Chief? Who's Chief?
It's the one that starts with a T, Mick.
Yeah.
Oh, the TP engine. TP engine.
Yeah, TP engines. It's just that the European ones, they all sported Delorto carburetors that looks very, very similar to the ones you got in the US, but no carb kit, nothing fit.
Yeah.
So I have a healthy respect for Delortos. I try to stay very clear of them.
Ken, was it you that just said they're Walbros?
Well, the Walbro made the LMT carb that was stock on a lot of the Tecumseh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick, remember how you were talking about, I think last week I was watching the video for a little bit, and you're always talking about Tecumsehs and this and that. Well,
you never just said that on my panel, Bob, did you? You never just said that word on my panel. Surely not.
Surely
not, Bob. Come on. My word.
I'm definitely on your side of the fence here, Mick. Here's what happened. I had a Tecumseh.
Hang on, Brandon. Go again, Bob.
Yeah, I was working on a 10 horsepower snowblower here in June, and anyhow, it needed a valve job, head gasket, valve job, that whole deal, and the job took me really close to like 2 hours to do it, and I never really thought of this, Bruce, but Mick said this last week that you need maybe like 6-7 different sockets to take that thing apart. Every bolt's like a different size on it, and it just takes forever working on them. It's been a while since I was in one of them.
And especially if you disconnect the intake manifold, which is the easiest way to get that thing off the block.
Because when you put that 8mm socket through the exhaust guard to get at it, and you retract it back out, your 8mm always falls off, and you can't get it back out. Don't give me as easy. Not having it.
Yep.
Not having it.
The exhaust bolt broke, and pulled out.
7/16 exhaust bolt.
Vice grips. But everything was taking forever with this thing.
You got to meditate for 15 minutes before you start, Bob.
Yeah.
Sometimes Tecumseh.
And that's the T face. That's the T face.
Where'd he go? He said it 3 times.
By meditate, I'm sure Bruce means this right here.
Yeah.
I'm sure,
like Beetlejuice.
I'm sure, Bruce, if you said that word 3 times whilst looking in the mirror, Satan himself would appear.
Yeah, it's like Beetlejuice.
The main problem I have with him is the Z bend on the governor.
Isn't that a pig?
The lower one, not the upper one.
Who invented that one?
Spring. I don't know them that well, but it's the little Z bend and it's off at an angle, and you have to get that in.
I reckon they actually. I reckon their engineers, if they actually had an engineer within their company, I think they invented that engine in their lunch break. It's as simple as that. So Pete Froud has just mentioned to me the gentleman who was asking about the 43S Carby. Is it a Tilliston? It could very well be a Tilliston carburetor, and they're a bit unique. Now, I will say, my old grandfather down here, where's he gone? There he is. My old grandpa, he sent me a little tool. Now, if it is a Tilliston, on the very, very top of that carburetor, right where the throttle is, the throttle butterfly, you will find there's a little tiny 8mm jet, which you can't get out unless you got one of these. This is a 6-in-1 multi-tool, cheapo tool, but it's got an 8mm narrow socket on there, and a normal socket don't fit. But this is really narrow, so you can get on top of there and undo that massive, big, long jet stroke emulsion tube and take that out. Without that coming out, that machine will not start. So get hold of one of those if it is a Tilliston carburetor.
Does it fit, Mick, because it's a thin wall? Is that the only reason?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, well, it's not. Yeah, well, you've got the throttle and the choke governing posts, which are on the carby either side. Now, what I did do, I sanded down an old ring spanner I had, and you could get under quarter of a turn on it. But Henry come up with that idea, and it works like an absolute charm. So yeah, if it is a Tilliston, just remove that big long jet, and without it, you'll never get it to run.
So the outside diameter of that screwdriver is much smaller than the outside diameter of the socket.
Yeah, can you show us a close up, Mick? Put that right in the camera, like really close. I want to see.
Yeah.
Or can you? Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. So that's said that's 8mm.
Very thin wall. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, neat. Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have ground down many sockets to make you do that too, right?
Oh yeah. Use them on steel carburetors as well.
Thin wall socket.
I think you can actually find those on my Amazon wish list.
Hey, check this out. This is the one. Who Bruce? Did you just say we've all ground them down?
Yeah.
Check this out.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
See how thin the wall is?
Yeah.
See how thin that is?
Yeah.
I sanded that down so I could get this into like FS38s and stuff, steel trimmers.
Yeah.
Where you can't. It's an 8mm, but you can't get it in the plastic.
Yeah.
With a normal size, you know. That's why I actually did that.
I've got a socket just for that as well. Yeah.
We're all into it.
Chiselhurst says, and they're not too far from me. Chiselhurst actually had their own mower repair shop. They said they never ever touch that top one because they break loads. They do break load, and what I find is a little bit of heat just before it starts to sweat. A little bit of heat just gets them out. But sometimes, if you don't remove them, the carbs don't run. And then, but most Tilliston carburetors, they're not cheap, man. They're not cheap. But there you go. There was another comment there as well. So I just saw another comment. Oh, there you go, Mick. There's one there. Mick, I got a classic 35, and the governor springs have rusted and broke. How should I repair this problem? Just replace the springs, mate. If you go to Garden Hire Spares and punch it in, they do a set of governor springs. They are copies, but they are really good copies, and half the price of genuines. But yeah, a new set of governor springs, mate, is what's required.
Steve, that ground down 3/8 you got there, that works really well on the Quantum carburetors on the left-hand 3/8.
on the Quantum.
On the Quantum lawnmower, on the carburetor, the left-hand carburetor, if you take a regular socket, it doesn't go in straight. If you take a shaved-in socket, you can get straight on it and
a nut drive works pretty well for that.
Good call.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
When it comes to,
I don't hesitate to take an old one and zing it on the grinder.
With specialty tools, what do you guys use for the 5-horse brakes? Just like the one Steve was working on, the bottom carburetor intake tube bolts.
Right there.
What do you guys use there?
I have a 90-degree
wrench,
straight blade that only. How do you say it? It's only.
Is that the one with the little
like
castle nut looking thing on it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's actually a specialty tool from Briggs you can buy just for those bolts.
I've stopped buying
just like the Briggs Plumber tool.
Whenever I buy that stuff, so I don't buy that anymore.
I just used a flat blade screwdriver. Just put it through 2 of those slots.
Yes, and go down.
That works.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I put this one back together.
that has cost me 3 Craftsman screwdrivers so far.
But if you can get the tank off, then you can get. But if you can get the gas tank off and not bend any of those governor rods, I sent Steve a note.
Yeah, good luck with
today.
that.
Then you can get straight onto that screw and get it.
You can, but most of the ones I get to, they're on front tine tillers.
Yeah,
and you can't. There's not enough room to get the tank off.
Yeah, I want to know how Ken does that.
You can't get the tank off because those inlet tubes on the bottom.
I use a screwdriver sideways.
Yeah, you got to take the motor off the frame.
Yeah.
See, one person would just make his own tool. One person would just manufacture something.
I was just working on one of those. I got a question for you. I had a tiller here. I don't know if you're talking about this engine, but it's like a 5-horse Briggs with like a tank that has like the foam inside of it or sponge.
Yep. Sometimes,
So anyhow, the thing would only run on the top 3/4 inches of fuel. So the tank would have to be filled all the way to the top. And then you could run it down like literally 3/4 of an inch, and then it would die from not getting fuel. I took apart. I thought the problem was the straw that draws the fuel.
Yeah,
and that looked pretty clear. The carburetor was new that we put on there. Actually, I got the tank. The tank for this was rusted out, and my buddy and I bought a tiller together, or actually we got it free. And I bought a tank from Terrell because he had a tank he sent me. And I put that on, and it was running fine. Then all of a sudden we had this problem. And it turns out on the tank, there's like a check ball underneath
inside the tube.
What is that for? And
inside the tube.
It had something to do with it. Because it looked like it was jammed or stuck in the top position, and it wasn't settling down.
It wasn't falling down,
Yeah, it's on the bottom. It is the long tube. That little check.
Look what's happening down in the lower left there. He's got one right in his hand there.
Yep.
Look at that.
Excellent.
Yeah, but on the tank, there's a check
See, this
valve.
is the older one, like Steve. This is exactly the same one Steve was working on. The exact same tiller.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
And guess what, Klaus? It's lemon yellow.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
My mom
don't remind me. I sold it. It's out of my.
So, Klaus, you were
That's a
talking about
1988.
the intake manifold bolt on the bottom that you can't get to. I mean, I just used an open end wrench, but you can only turn it like 1/8 of a turn.
Sometimes you can use ignition wrenches. Sometimes the older ones, you'll get them that size in the really small ignition style wrench, and it'll fit in there.
Is that the one, Bob, that's actually right on the engine chassis itself?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I did with mine is it's got like 2 lipped pieces of metal, which is part of the bracketry on that. I literally just got a pair of long nose pliers and add one side over, and then you can get a good 3/4 of a turn on it.
I bought a Craftsman screwdriver set not long ago, and it had those little 90-degree screwdrivers.
The Z drivers,
I thought Happy Land, I'll use that. No, they're too long. They won't fit.
Yeah.
So
I found that if you take the shroud off, you get more room.
I'll be right back.
If you take the recoil shroud off,
if you want me.
you get a little more room in there.
Yeah, you do, and you're absolutely right, Detective. It's and that's usually the first to go. But sometimes
you're absolutely right, Dave.
Sometimes
don't have that Briggs tool. Sorry, Klaus.
No, I'm afraid to buy more OEM Briggs tools. I get hassled whenever I do that here on this stream. Apparently, someone doesn't have the primer bulb installation and removal tool here yet.
Oh, using the pocket.
The mushroom.
He did it.
Hey, Mick, I'll bet you if somebody actually sent you one of those, you'd use it.
If somebody sent me one, I would use it. I'll put it out in the garden, get my shotgun, and blow it to pieces.
One other thing, you guys were talking about those offset screwdrivers. You know, they're kind of they make these little ratchet. They're like ratchets that hold the bits
I have one, Bob. I have one of those.
Yeah,
the sidewinders. Sidewinders.
Yeah.
I'll grab mine. I'll go grab it. I'll show you.
Are you talking about one of those little? It's like an open end wrench, but it's got the ratchet inside the open.
No. This is like a pistol grip. It's like a little pistol grip, and on the end you put the inserts in, and you could do any kind of bit. I'll go grab it.
Yeah, they're actually really handy.
Klaus, you need to behave.
Well, he's done that. I got it.
Klaus is more into buying Briggs & Stratton classic primer bulb insertion and extraction tools for £49 a go. He's more interested in doing things like that.
Well, if you can afford it, why not, eh, Klaus?
It's not that, Steve. But he's missing out on the fun when your flat-edged screwdriver slips and you put it straight through your hand. He's missing out on all that fun, you know.
Oh yeah, or it slips and you put it right through the primer bulb, and you're like, now I got to put a new primer bulb on.
And it's the last one you had, so
yeah, exactly.
But Bob, have you got a Briggs & Stratton primer bulb insertion tool and an extraction tool?
No.
Good lad.
5/8 profit or something like that.
There you go. A man with plenty of common sense about him.
I think I'm going to put one on my Amazon wish list.
Here's a question for you.
Who's got an Amazon wish list?
Yeah, who does that?
Mick does.
I
got one.
Mick's got one? Oh, there is one.
I don't think he has one.
No, it's there. Try it.
No, that's the same link that's in my Amazon wish list. You can.
That's
find.
not the same link. all you got on your wish link is Krispy Kreme donut link. That's all you've got.
Oh, come on now. Yeah. You had to go there, right?
For you guys.
Yeah, I saw how much you were just really hating those donuts too, Nick.
Those donuts were disgusting.
Disgusting. Yeah.
I was drooling all over my keyboard when I saw that.
The funny thing is, and it is quite funny, is that Mrs. P actually went to one of the local shops literally the day before. She come back with a proper box. You know, the ones with all the toys on them. You know the well presentated toffee drizzle ones and all that. She come at one of those, and she had her eye on this big chocolate one, which had like chocolate flakes on it and caramel around the side. She come in, she said, "What do you think of that lot?" I literally just grabbed it, and she went, "That's the one I." And before she said, "I want," it was already half consumed. It was gone. If you snooze, you lose. It's as simple as that.
Oh man. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, and then funny enough, yours turned up the following day, which was cool. To be fair, I don't know what happened because there was 12 here. I ate 2 for video purposes only.
Sure.
And by the time I got to the top of the garden, there was only 6. I don't know what happened to the other lot.
That tends to happen, you know. They disappear quite quickly for no reason at all.
Yeah, it's weird. To this day, it's a mystery.
Are we still on the weird screwdriver on the Briggs engine thing, or is that over?
We are talking about donuts at the moment, Bruce, but we can come back to weird stuff. Speaking of weird stuff, how are you, Klaus? All right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Is that homemade, Bruce?
No, that is a.
I can't see it, Bruce.
Made in the USA Snap-on, baby.
Oh. All right.
Yeah. Somewhere I got one like that, but it was an SK.
So that's
Bruce, does it have a number on it or anything?
1 minute. I just have to do the demo now.
Yeah.
Higher.
I know. I don't get out much, okay?
Lower.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the one we need.
Yeah.
I'm smarter than I look.
You are smarter than the average bear. That's what I will say.
So this one will do nothing but frustrate you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So I just saw Bob take a snapshot of that. So he'd be selling very quickly. Look at the face. Look, he's thinking, how come I make one of them? Look, yeah. I can hear Bob. I can hear the cogs turning from here.
Uh-oh. Hey,
Now,
Mac,
do you want a number on that, Klaus?
Yeah.
there you go. There's the Sidewinder.
Snap-on 0.2020. That's all it says.
That's not what I'm talking about, Ken.
Made in the USA.
I got to go get mine.
Bruce, say again.
Snap-on 0.20.
0.20.
Oh, I can't afford Snap-on.
Neither can I, but it was given to me.
What have you got there, Ken? What have you got,
Thanks,
Ken? You got
Thanks.
This is the Sidewinder. It's very thin.
Ooh,
and then
that's
inside,
nice too.
Inside the Sidewinder, you have all the bits. You have extensions. You could use any bit you want. It's got
Short
an adapter.
bit, long bit, yeah.
Yep, but you got an adapter here where you can put any hex bit you want in the end, and you either go right or left for righty tighty, lefty loosey, and then you can stick it up somewhere with a bit.
I got an idea where you can put that.
Works great for underneath stuff. You know where I use it a lot though?
I
On
don't wanna
older
know.
tractors.
I don't wanna know.
Older tractors that have throttles that have the friction screw adjustment. You can reach up underneath there and adjust it so you get a lot less or a lot more friction on the throttle.
on the arm, yeah.
And is that the brand name called the Sidewinder?
No, Pittsburgh. It's a standard Harbor Freight Pittsburgh. Sidewinder makes the ones that look like combination wrenches, and there's little gears and chains inside. So you could use that's called the Sidewinder. This is just it's a Pittsburgh brand. There you go.
What you got, Bob? Oh, and I like your last.
Hold up. Bob,
I like that, Ken.
You're supposed to be a roughy tufty engine repair guy. Have you got a blanket on your legs?
Yep. Actually, I have no clothes on, so I want to.
Oh my lord!
You're gonna get charged with assault with a dead weapon.
There you go, boys.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Stanley, Yankee.
Bob, it's Bruce here. I took your challenge on the grab it, rake it. You know that last air tool that.
That's a Stanley one, though, right, Bob? Stanley.
That's nice.
Yeah, it has the
Yankee.
ratchet. You can switch directions.
Nice.
And on the end, where the hell's the camera? There's like a
that's
knob.
hard, eh? Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Nice.
Okay, well you beat me.
Bruce has been outdone. I'm surprised Henry hasn't got something similar. I'm surprised that you haven't got something that's going on, Henry.
I was going to go in the garage and get something, but I said, forget about it.
But it's too windy. It's too windy, rainy, sunny, or overcast. Yeah, I know.
So is Steve still around, or did he leave?
I think Steve's probably passed out. I expect it. Normally about what's time? Yeah, I'll pass. Yeah, 8:15. He's probably just passed out somewhere.
Oh, there's Mrs. Bender.
For anyone interested in this, it's a Stanley Yankee number 3412. And I thought the bit was replaceable. It's not. It's ratcheting.
So you can't replace them bits.
No, they don't count. I thought they did. They don't.
Yeah, it looks like it would pop right out.
One's number 2 and one's number 3.
Yeah.
They do have.
You would have thought they'd come straight out, wouldn't you? Say again, Henry.
They do have them where the bits come out.
Okay.
So have you guys ever experienced, you're just getting ready to make a video on something that's a little bit different, and then some guy right above you makes that video a week and a half before you make your video?
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Steve.
Hey, you know what though, Bruce?
What's that?
People want to see you do it now.
Yeah, that's right.
People want to see you do it.
Everybody's different, and they have their own approach.
See this guy right here? He did the same thing to me.
Oh yeah.
With the cleaning out the rusty tank.
Let's not start poking fingers now. Let's not start poking fingers. It's what it is.
No, this is funny though. This is funny because Lawnmower Detective put out that
they don't make them anymore
cleaning
though.
That tank.
They're no longer available.
Yeah.
You got to get them on eBay.
Oh,
that's the exact same tank, Steve.
And you know the problem, Bruce. Right? Bruce, you'll do that video, and someone's going to put in there.
Detective put out that video.
No, Steve just did this.
Yeah, I know it's going to happen. Bruce will put the video out this week, right? And someone's going to put in a comment. That's not how Steve did it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to happen.
But you know what? My tank is 3 times rustier than what you had. So I use double bolts. They're really sharp edges.
Nice pants.
And then I tie it to my tractor wheel, and I take
that.
off on my tractor to drive down the alley.
It makes a change. Bob got pants on. He normally got no pants on.
I just got them on.
Steve, I didn't know what your video release schedule was, brother. I'm sorry about that. You know.
So anyway,
no. What's funny about that though, Dave, is that when you did that, I actually saw that, and I had already had that video like 75% filmed already, but just not ready to publish. I actually went in and showed my wife. I said, look what Lawnmower Detective just put out cleaning the rusty tank. But you using toilet toilet bowl cleaner, which, by the way, works freaking awesome. That toilet bowl cleaner.
I got that
nice,
idea from you. So,
but the reason I did Rocks is because Rocks works in 60 seconds. You're done. Toilet bowl cleaner, you have to let it sit for, I don't know, what did you do overnight?
No, I just let it sit there for like I let it sit there for 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
I use
I clean it out with. I have some square bolts.
I kind of use bolts like this.
Yeah.
Hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Evaporust overnight.
Yeah. That's what
That's really good stuff.
I was talking about, Ken.
Now, when I was finished, I actually put marble mystery oil in there and sloshed it all around and left it overnight.
Flash rust, then it's a good idea.
Look at Ken.
Well, but the next morning I came out and dumped the marble mystery oil out, and the whole tank was already flash rusted again on the inside.
Yeah, it sucks when they do that.
Yeah,
but I mean, if you use an acid, that will happen.
It don't sound like Klaus is having a very good time. It sucks when that happens.
It does.
Oh, Klaus.
It does.
He's in a bad mood today. I mean,
when you use an acid, if you use vinegar or toilet bowl cleaner, anything with an acid, it will flash on you.
I rinsed it out with copious amounts of water and blew it out and still
it does that. But if you use Evaporust or something similar that is non-acid, it takes quite a while before when I dry mine out, I air dry it and I just dump some WD-40 inside it and leave it. And since I started doing that, none of them has flash rusted on me.
Okay, Dave, do you use a baking soda wash though? A little bit of baking soda in the water that will neutralize it.
No, like an idiot, I did not.
No, a little bit of baking soda definitely neutralize any acid.
But Ken, still, if you used an acid, it has already done something to the metal. I mean, you can neutralize it; it will flash on you.
Yep.
Yeah. Lesson learned here.
I'll tell you one thing that actually works. I redid it. This wouldn't be for a tank.
Unless you keep your tank full, it probably won't do that.
I redid a drill.
Is everybody else getting glitches on their?
The shaft, right, Bob? The upright shaft on it.
Yes, and what I ended up doing was I used vinegar, and then I cleaned it with water, dried it off, and I quick sprayed it with a clear coat, like spray on lacquer, and that's been excellent. Never rusted again.
Yeah, but you can get stuff. You can get something to coat your tanks inside with, can't you? I've seen that.
Cream.
Coat
I think where I live, we have really, really dry air. Like Steve would know this. We have like 20% humidity most of the time. And I think that really makes a difference for rusty stuff.
From where I live,
absolutely.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Bruce, some of the stuff you have come in your shop, it looks like it's come out of the shop. Literally, it looks like it's brand spanking new.
Yeah. I had a mower came in that had so much broccoli, which is my thing, it was almost level across except where the blade was. And it had been there for years, and there was no rust on that deck. Isn't that something?
So Dick Small Engines has got a comment down there, gents, and he's asking you knowledgeable lot. What, in your opinion,
oh boy,
what is the best product for ultrasonic cleaners?
We don't have enough time today.
Anything that works.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I recommend water and any type of degreaser.
Right.
Steve did
a Simple Green.
I don't
like the purple stuff.
You know the stuff you use just to clean your paintbrushes when you're painting indoors. Just white spirit. That's all I use. Just a bit of hot water and just a couple of capfuls of white spirit. Good as gold.
Okay, here's a note. I used to use Simple Green all the time, but since COVID, they must have started putting ammonia in it, and the ammonia turns the aluminum black.
Yeah, it does.
Just like Purple Power. Yeah. Now Simple Green is doing that now here in Canada.
Is that right?
I don't know if
they changed their formula.
Yeah, Dawn Dish Liquid, Bob says.
Yeah.
Jungle Bob.
A lot of guys use that.
Saves the ducts too. Simple Green has a blue fluid though, Bruce, for aircraft components that will not turn a color.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bought it at a department store.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all have it in Canada, but here we have it at our local dollar store. We have something called LA Totally Awesome, and I run that and half water, and they've been doing it for years. Had no bad luck.
So is it a problem? Is it a problem that it actually turns the carburetors black, or is that just a cosmetic appearance thing? Is it actually going to cause it a problem? Or
it's turning black because it's starting to oxide, and over time it may grow.
Yeah.
They work. They still work though.
Yeah, I mean Jim Condon likes the Harbor Freight solution, the yellow solution. They sell at Harbor Freight pretty cheap. He loves that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's
a lot of guys using the Duck Saver Blue dishwashing liquid.
I don't know. I heard Dawn dishwashing liquid.
Yeah, the Dawn,
saying just a a little bit of that in water. I don't know.
Yeah.
Even
I use an industrial solution, which is designed for aluminium. And as long as you don't leave it in there for more than 30 minutes, it doesn't do anything, but it's a great cleaner. It's a little bit expensive.
You can use it on aluminum too.
Yeah, that too.
You rinse with water, Klaus? What's the rinse? Klaus, do you rinse it or just blow it out?
I blow it out, and then I do the Bruce Pender trick, and I dunk it into alcohol.
You see, with the
well,
white
then you can use it right away.
Yeah.
With the white spirit that I use, it does leave a very, very gentle film on the carburetor, but you can air blow that off in seconds, and once the air blows off, it's as good as gold.
Make white spirit. Just since I'm Dutch, I don't get stuff.
So white spirit is a bit like paint thinners.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that's
it's not
all
turpentine. It's not turpentine, is it?
It's like a terps. It's like a terps. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It just leaves a very, very gentle.
The gas trick that Steve uses. He used this
in the peanut butter jar. Yeah.
I use that all the time. By the way, thanks, Steve.
You see, this is where we're going to fall out because I don't.
Now we're going to start fighting.
I use it when I use Berryman B12 because it's so expensive. I don't want to use a lot of it.
This is where me and Steve butt heads because I don't agree with that method of working. But it's just my own.
And then I always jump in. I always jump in and say, as long as it's running when it leaves the shop.
Exactly that. Yeah. Bruce is a bit like the referee. He keeps me and Steve apart because obviously, Steve put out a fantastic video, and you know what? So many people say. All right, well, Bruce, I'll keep. In fact, you know, I'll bring Steve up. I'll bring Steve up here. Look, that'd be easy. I put Steve there, and I put Bruce in the middle of us. That way, we won't. There you go.
No, but I mean, if you have lawnmower carburetors, I'll use my water-based solution. But if it's so small ones from two-stroke engines, chainsaws and stuff, I always use. I use the stuff. It is very similar to Berryman's carb cleaner. And half Berryman and half gasoline, and I dunk it in, and it
in a bag.
Jar. Yeah.
You have to do what works for you, and you know if you want to go and use Steve's method or use Bob's method or whatever. Do you know what? Like Bruce says, you know, at the end of the day, 90% of all carburetor cleans, that you know, if they're successful, then you're on a winner. Whether you use any product or any system, you know.
Absolutely.
It's just what works for you. I changed. I used to just use plain simple dish soap. That's why I used to use a couple of squirts because it's a degreaser of some description.
I just found make that on the small two-stroke carburetors. If you get water in there, there are check valves in there that it can be very, very difficult to get that water out.
You are right.
Point.
Yeah,
good point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's what works for you, you know.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we get well, I don't, but I think some people get a bit sort of in the stereotype of this product is out on the shelf and it's the best product there is. Do you know? I've seen some of you American guys do these videos about a company called Simple Clean or something. Not quite sure what's going on with that, but apparently everyone does it.
Purple Clean.
Super Clean.
Super Clean. That's the one. Yeah. Everyone with more than 10 subscribers gets to do a video. It's great.
Go to my video and try Super Clean.
you know what I mean? You know, and you get a free T-shirt. It's great. But anyway, you know, the choice is right.
By the way.
People say to me, "What temperature do I do my ultrasonic cleaning at?" Do you know what? I don't worry about a temperature. I boil the kettle up. I throw the hot water in goes the product, and I just turn it on.
Yeah. I have to interrupt. I have a burner on my barbecue. I heated up I preheated my solution on the barbecue instead of on Mrs. P's stove last week. But it was so windy, the flame kept blowing up.
Oh man!
But I mean,
I did mention you in that.
The stuff that I use, as soon as it gets over 50 degrees C, it works like a charm. Below that, it's just average.
Yeah, I take everything to 60 degrees Celsius and go for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But see what this conversation did, eh? Like everybody has their own
exactly
system.
that. Bob, at what temperature do you ultrasonic clean, Bob?
I ultrasonic clean at 70 degrees.
Ooh, that's hot.
Yeah.
And I also, when I have a jar that'll fit the carburetor,
that's Fahrenheit though.
The right pickle jar.
It's Fahrenheit. Yeah. 7 degrees Fahrenheit, right, Bob?
I don't know. It says
I go 60 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
I do mine at 54 degrees Celsius.
I like the jar method because you could just put water in the thing in the ultrasonic cleaner.
Yeah.
So over time, if you let that sit, it kind of gums up and whatever. But the jar is pretty easy.
I can't wait for someone to use
heavy-duty
Coca-Cola.
Ziploc bags work really good too. Cheap.
I'll tell you what, I did get one carburetor. I think it was a Suzuki, and it had one of the adjustment screws had a brass washer on it, I believe.
No preference, Mick. Okay.
I didn't realize that.
I knew that was going to happen.
Oh, Close to go get his on.
Like I said, anyone with more than 10 subscribers does a video. Well done, Ken.
11.
Hey, Bob, keep going. I was interested in what you're saying.
So I put this carburetor in the ultrasonic cleaner, and I had the thing too hot. Maybe I had it at 70. I don't know. But what happened was the needle for like the high or low, there was a brass washer on the needle on the end of it.
Right.
Okay. I didn't realize that. And when it got hot in the ultrasonic cleaner, it must have fallen off. And I put the carburetor back together, and there was an issue. And I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on. And then I realized the next time I cleaned something, I found it in the bottom of the ultrasonic cleaner.
Oh, interesting.
So
what you do? You went back.
I got a question.
So what did you do, Bob?
You found it.
I can't hear you. I don't know if Nick
go on, Bob. I can hear loud and clear, mate. Go on, Bob.
Yeah, I was working on today I had a coil, and a lot of the coils have like a wire in them, but now I noticed that is it like fiber optics or what's the deal? At the end, I went to pull the spark plug off, and I couldn't get it. The thing was rusted right on the spark plug because the tractor was left.
Is it a right angle thing?
And then I used my fuel line pliers. I grabbed the rubber boot, and I pulled so hard on this thing that the tip of the spark plug broke off, the threaded part or whatever, and it was rusted right in the end of the boot. So anyhow, I ended up cutting the old boot off, and I had another boot, and I spliced it together. But what I'm telling you is there's not a wire in there. It's like fiber optics.
Those 90-degree boots on there that come, some of them have a neon flasher like a spark detector, and you have to be up to a certain voltage before it'll jump. And I've had so many problems with them. If I come across them, I take my ohm meter. If it reads open, I don't use them, and I get the old ones in there, and I use the old L hooker on the spark plug.
I come across the same, not issue, Bob, but I come across the same findings. I actually found mine on a cheap and cheerful home user chainsaw where it had an intermittent fault, which I misdiagnosed at first. The machine came back, and it turned out that the flywheel had been rubbing against the HT lead, and it was just firing, or just shorting the connection out. So I thought, me being me, I would just tape that back up and what have you. But when I actually looked inside it, there wasn't actually a wire in there. It was like fiber optic.
Yeah. Well,
some
anyhow,
spark
here's
plug
what I
wire
did.
uses carbon though, instead of using copper or a solid core. But you have to be careful with electronic ignitions, though. You'll burn them out if you have the wrong core.
Well,
there does seem to be a slightly some kind of material just on the outside of that fiber optic in between the HT lead insulation bob and that cabling, for another word. There does seem to be another coating of something else.
And the new, this is all in the same subject.
How
the
old
new
are these
Briggs
coils?
This coil, it's
5
got to be
years.
about a 2000, maybe
Yeah.
late 90s.
Yeah.
But anyhow, what I did is I stripped it back like 2 inches on the coil, and then on the old boot that I had laying around, I did the same thing. I stripped it back 2 inches.
Watch how you talk.
And then I just tied the fiber optic or whatever that was in a knot.
Okay.
Really?
So
yeah, it worked
okay.
great.
You know, on the newer Briggs
I-
lawnmowers, they're
yeah,
coming out
that's-
with the RJ19HX, and some of those spark plugs you can't measure them with an ohm meter either. There's some kind of a little jumper gap in there too. Eh? So they measure open with an ohm meter.
Yeah.
There you go, James.
There you go, James. Yeah.
So I had a bit
Don't
of a
think
weird
I
one
would
this week actually.
appreciate
Whilst we're talking about coils, I had a weird one, and I think I did a video on it from what I believe. I think I did. So I had a coil bob that refused to spark. There's a no spark issue. Okay. I tested the coil, came back at 4.2 on a Briggs coil. Okay, which I deem that to be a good coil. Okay, good coil. So I put it all back together, put it back on. No spark. I took it back off again. Cleaned everything up. Coil, cleaned all the posts up. Done a lot. Done the usual. Cleaned it all up. Put it back on. Still no spark. Checked the micro switch. Checked the cabling. All that stuff that we normally would do, bread and butter. Took the coil off. Got an old coil out of my bowl over here. I just throw them in there like Bruce does. I don't even label mine. Just throw them in. Put another coil on. Coming out at 4.3, and started first pull.
But there's a primary and a secondary, right? The primary will measure 12,000, and the other one will measure 4.2.
Yeah, no, it was all good, Bruce.
Good, yeah.
A good call. But the only thing I did spot, there was a very, very slight chip in the outer casing on the coil. So maybe there was something going on there. But for whatever reason, I deemed that coil to be a good coil, and it just would not have it at all. So,
but on a non-points coil, there is electronics in there that can go open.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's just the problem is I did a video on how to test a coil, obviously, and you know, with that information I've put out there. Funny enough, I did a video, and Steve put that video out a week before I did mine. That's just the way it goes. I didn't want to bring that up, Steve, but there you go. Yeah, you know, you try and give people this information, and yeah, it's just I think sometimes it's just the luck of a draw. That coil's either going to spark or it don't.
It's the same with the steel coils that has a limiter in them. Mm-hmm. They can be really funny sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there's one steel chainsaw you can't get a coil for, and the saw's no good. It was at a I don't even remember. You can't get the coil.
Oh, somebody has a question. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say I've got to get out of here, and it's been a pleasure.
So,
Tecumseh.
All right.
Oh, we got a rebel here.
And that's how you go. That's how you leave.
That's right.
So you said it 3 times, so that's a 3-week ban you now have.
Okay.
All right, Dave. Cheers for coming up, mate. Much appreciated, buddy boy. I'll catch you on the next one, mate.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys.
Take care, Lord.
That was a fun one, eh?
We'll see you guys.
Take it easy, buddy. So yeah, coils just can be tricky, can't they? This is what it is. It's luck of a draw, you know.
Hey, there's a tip though about coils, though small engine coils, especially the smaller ones for chainsaws. a lot of times moisture does affect coils. If you put them in a toaster oven at about 200 degrees for about 40 minutes, sometimes it brings them back to life. And I know Bruce and I learned that on Leon's chainsaw.
Say that again, Ken. Say that again.
Small engine coils, okay, sometimes moisture affects them. So if you put them in a toaster oven at about 200 degrees, no more, for about 40 minutes, sometimes it bakes the moisture out of them and brings them back to life.
And for everybody else, that's 200 Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
I don't,
about 89 Celsius or 90 Celsius.
I don't think Mrs. P's going to appreciate doing a roast dinner with some roast potatoes, pigs in blankets, and a couple of Briggs and Stratton coal stuck on the side of it for some reason.
I tried to.
Well, you'll be extra sparky that night.
We got a barbecue.
I tried to cure some heat paint in the oven. That did not win any.
Yeah, don't do powder coat in the regular oven.
I don't know whether anyone's noticed, but in the comment section, AJP's just put my wish list. It's just fair in case anyone.
He is just sucking up today. What is going
on?
on?
Behave yourself, Ken.
Hey, Kenny, have you ever tried that on a coil?
Yes.
Have you ever tried that? You have, and it works?
Absolutely. I had one that had weak spark. I had one weak spark.
It's gotta have a weak spark.
Actually brought it back. But Leon, if you go to Leon's Chainsaw Parts, his channel, it's not guaranteed to last forever. But you know what? If it's a $200 coil you can't get, it may get you through that load of firewood, you know?
On a 47-year-old saw.
What's the betting? Steve does a video on it next week.
And don't forget, you're working.
He's from your area, though, too. Leon.
Yeah,
I'm writing it down right now with my Micks Mowers pen.
Oh wow! I thought that was a huge thing.
Tomorrow.
But anyway, Leon's he saved my neck on those two old home lights I did.
Oh yeah,
they were 47 years old, those saws, and I got them both running.
Yep.
Leon
now,
knows,
Bruce, you
too,
said in your video you have an affinity for home light.
I do.
No, but are you talking the newer Ryobi home light or the older home light?
I'm talking about the old ones.
Okay, because they used to make them right here, Port Chester, New York. I mean,
before everything came out of China, home light was the only thing that a regular dude could afford.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they were literally made about 40 miles from here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and half of them are in Quebec, New York, and Quebec, Connecticut are all close by, right? So.
About a year ago, I bought a non-running home light trimmer until I realized it was one of the real ones made in the States and all that.
Yeah.
32 years old, just did a carb clean, 2 pulls, runs like a charm.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, absolutely. And then I swore I would never sell it until a young guy came in and said, oh, "You have one of those?" I said, "Yeah." Oh.
It's funny how he said you have one of those and the price went up straight away.
No, it didn't.
Well,
no, it didn't.
You know,
I mean,
you can't use on those ones. I got to interrupt it. You can't use Chinese carb kits on them. You got to use the real carb kit.
Yeah. No, but I mean, this guy just bought a new house, got a wife and kids, and I thought, he's going to use it, and that's off it went. So
good.
Yep.
I had a bloke turn up today. Oh, actually, I don't. Did he turn up? No, he didn't actually turn up. No, he didn't turn up. He wanted a lawnmower, which is fine. And so I showed him what I had and the prices. I only want one for £50. Well, I haven't got one, so you have to go somewhere else. And then I checked his profile out, and he drives a Bentley.
There you go. That's why he drives a Bentley.
Absolutely.
Well, that's why he drives a Bentley.
That's exactly it.
Yeah,
he can
elsewhere. He can go buy it elsewhere. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Mick, he doesn't have any money left because he spent it all on his car.
Yeah, I understand, but it just chaps my bum cheeks when people say I want one for £50. You can't buy one for £50. Well, not in my shop. You can't buy one in any shop for £50. You know, and what do you expect for £50? Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, man. But there you go. It's what some people are like. It's just
I have a rule. If I can't make £50 on a machine, it doesn't get sold. I would rather throw it out than I would take a beating on it. I
don't mind selling them. You know, I had one. I did a video on one the other day due to come out. It might have already come out. I don't know. But someone had it's a little tiny cheap plastic deck one, which you guys in America don't see a lot of those. Little tiny cheap plastic 16-inch cut, tiny little thing for tiny little lawns. But someone has sprayed it with spray paint, dots of yellow, and dots of white, and they just made it their own. Either that or they were high on drugs, whatever it was. I don't know. So, and anyway, I used I was very careful. I used petrol first to just try to clean a bit of petrol and a little tiny pad. Got most of it off, but unfortunately, I took most of the lacquer off of the plastic deck as well. So
I got to go.
It was never ever going to win any prizes for best lawnmower of the world, you know. So I just banged it out for 50 quid. It sold within 3 minutes, me advertising it. So I do sell them for that.
Yeah.
But pretty much they've only cost me about £5 to get them running. You know, a new spark plug and maybe a quick little rim the main jet out or something like that. You know.
Yeah.
So I do sell them at that price. And in fact, a woman wanted a mower today. She turned up. I thought it was electric. No, so I've converted her to petrol. She's going to have it with a petrol mower. She never had one before, and she's quite happy with it. So, I do cater for all, even the expensive mowers or the cheap and tackies that you would only last about 3 months. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Yeah. But to just throw it out to me doesn't necessarily. Hang on, Bruce. I did put you on mute, Bruce, because you was on the phone, mate.
I gotta go. The guy with the Takumish flywheel key is showing up.
He said that word, and I can't. You lot are just absolutely vicious today, the lot of you.
So anyway, if it's not the flywheel key, I'll let you know.
All right, Bruce, take it easy, my friend. Look after yourself.
Thanks, guys.
Bruce,
Nice to see you all.
Video, Bruce, do it live.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's so hard to do.
Don't forget your stickers, Bruce. Send your stickers out.
Right on. Bye.
Good. Thank you very much, Brucey boy, for coming up. Much appreciated as always. It's nice to see Bruce. I do like to see Bruce up there. It's good to see. So what's on the plan this weekend? And Bob, you got anything going on with the kids, or you just in the shop busy, or what?
No, actually, like sport wise, with Memorial Day here, we have off, so it's real nice. Anyhow, I do have another story for you. Yesterday, I've been working on this guy's mower for like a week. Okay, he's got a tractor. It's like this Poland, it's probably like a Walmart special, and 54-inch deck, 24 horsepower, Kohler Series 6000 engine. But it has the plastic transmission, that general transmission.
Which one, the 800 or the 300?
All right, hold on. I don't know which one, but anyhow, the guy, he lives on this property that is an acre big, and it's a huge hill, like a huge hill. So I come over there. I've already fixed his mower like 2 years ago. I replaced the belt on the transmission. So I came over to pick it up, and he said it's not going up and down the hill. And I said, well, it could be the belt again, because your hill's so huge. So I wouldn't be surprised if the belt stretched. So I brought it home. I took the battery out, look at the belts. There's 2 belts in there. They got that variator belt, and then there's also the regular transmission belt that runs throughout the machine. Well, luckily I had that belt. It was like a Husqvarna belt in stock. So it looked loose, so I put that on. And then my house has some pretty good hills. I drove on these hills and no problem. So I take it back over to Guy's house, and then he's like, did you get it fixed? And I said, yeah, I think so. It looked like the main belt this time was loose. So he took it on the hill, and he started having some problems with it. It would go down the hill fine, start coming up and get about halfway up the hill, and then it would like slow down. And if you take his foot off the pedal a little bit and go slower, it would go right up the hill, but it would just have to be at a slow speed. So he's like, can you wait here while I finish mowing the lawn? He said it'll take 15 minutes. So I'm standing there. He gets that done, and he's like, why don't you go try and replace the belt that you replaced before, like 2 years ago, the variator belt, And I said, I saw it looked like, when I looked at it, I inspected it, it looked like it was glazed, like it might be slipping a little bit, but it didn't appear to be the problem. And I knew I had just replaced it, like I said, 2 years ago. And so anyhow, I said, all right, I'll take it home. And he's like, oh, you're not going to charge me to take it, are you, again? And I was like, no, that's all right. I'll take it. So I go home. I ordered a belt for him, OEM belt, put it on. In the meantime, my kid takes the basketball, shoots it, hits my trailer, breaks the throttle off, another $30 out of my pocket, put a new throttle on for him, bring it back over to him, and he's like, let me try it out. So here I am standing on his freaking driveway again. He goes down the hill, and the thing doesn't come back up. And he's like, I was like, look, man, I'm not a Poland dealer. I don't know exactly what the hell's going on. I replaced both the belts. I talked to you. I told you that it might be a belt, but I couldn't guarantee it. The transmission could be worn out. It's made out of plastic. I don't know. And, so the guy says to me, well, you're not going to charge me full price for this, are you? So he's giving me like a hard time. But I went over to this guy's house twice with my trailer, picked it up, brought it back. And then I also, the first time I watched him mow his lawn because he's so worried about getting his lawn cut before I take away his tractor. And then, I ended up knocking $50 off for him. I'm never going back to that dude again. And he had Lexus in the garage. And that was just one car out of the 3-car garage that I could see.
Did you replace the 2 rubber rings, though, that apply tension to the center section? There's 2 rubber rings in there. They apply the tension to the variator. They get loose. If you replace those, it restores the tension.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it, and I didn't know. I just didn't know. So I did inspect, and I had that variator apart, and I made sure it was moving up and down and not like stuck. Yeah. But I mean, it probably is that. I don't know.
There's a spider in the center with 2 arms with 2 rubber rings. They almost look like exhaust hanger rings or something. And that's what applies pressure to the center. And when they get loose over time, it won't have as much oomph.
Does it spin on the shaft or something? I'm not sure.
No. These are just tensioner rings. So when you hit the throttle, those rings are what you're pushing on your linkage. It pulls these rubber rings, and it pulls to engage the variator.
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, but I didn't know to look for that. And
the only reason I know that I had to take one apart because the guy blew it apart one time. The little 3mm screw that holds the variator spring and pulley together blew out. So I did a video on it where I actually welded like a 3/8 cap screw on top to make sure it wouldn't come off. But I noticed these rubber rings, and he told me it wasn't going fast enough and stuff like that. Well, these rubber rings get old and they lose their tension. So when you put new ones on, it gives a little more tension to the variator, pulls it down a little more so you get more speed.
Yeah,
so
on that, you said, Ken?
All I would recommend on that, Bob, is based upon Ken's information, is I would go back and say, do you know what? I've been doing some research, talking to some buddies, and potentially this could be the issue. And if it is the issue, then you can just whack the $50 back on top for the belts that you lost in the first one. But that's what I would do. You've done a good thing, by giving discount and putting yourself out of pocket, even though your boy did smash the throttle linkage off as well. So you've lost a bit of money there. That happens.
Yeah, I wasn't concerned about that, but
it's very hard because don't forget, machinery changes, designs change, parts change, and you really have to try and diagnose right. And if you diagnose wrong, you do stand in the deep end. Now, what I do, and I have seen lots of people discuss this on other streams, is what do you do if you misdiagnose the fault? Do you charge the customer for that? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes, all the time. I've got it's nowhere near on the same category. I've got a steel strimmer coming in today. Pull cord was just hanging out. Okay, so he said, "How much to do that?" So I give him a price. Is that definitely what it is? Well, I don't know. I haven't even put a Torx bit to the back of a strimmer yet. So how do I know? Now Ken's will show that bit there. Hang on 2 seconds. Let me show you, Ken.
On that transmission, Bob, if you notice right here, see that little nub right there, and there's one on either side? Those have rubber rings that attach them to the back. That's what applies tension to the assembly. And if those rubber rings that are around there on each of these shafts, if those rings get loose, lose their tension, it won't go as fast.
Really?
Yeah.
That looks like You're talking about where that V is, that V-shaped metal thing. Where
on the top of the V, see right here, you have that little stub shaft.
Yeah.
You have one on either side. Around that shaft is like an oval, and that goes to the back, and that applies tension. So when you're hitting your throttle on your pedal, it'll pulls the tension. That's what gives you the pressure on the assembly. If those get loose or wear gets soft over time, you won't have as much pressure. The variator can't pull down as far, and it won't go as fast. I had a customer saying it was too slow. It would never go as fast as it used to when new, and it was those rings where it may be different for you, but it's what it was for me, having one that didn't go as fast as when he first bought it.
Well, I think that actually is the problem, Ken, because the guy said when he floor it, it would stop, it would slow down, just about stop going up the hill, and then when he let off the pedal, it would start going up the hill.
Go to General Transmission's website. They have a full blown up description of it with all the parts in a nice CAD drawing. You'll see how it operates and how it works. It'll make more sense.
Okay.
I bet you're glad to come up here now, Bob, aren't you?
Well, I'm not going to go back and work on it, but
good info to know. I didn't know about it.
No, but I mean, Mick, when you said, do we charge people for a misdiagnosis? And I was kind of quick and said, hell yeah. Why do people come to us? And why don't they go to a dealer?
Yeah.
They come here to save. They come here either to save money or because they think we do a better job than a dealer.
It's one or the other. You know, I personally think people come to me in my area rather than a main dealer because they know they haven't got to wait 3.5 weeks standard wait time. Okay.
Yeah.
So this fella has bought in this steel FS. I think it's a 55 pull cord assembly. This cord was stuck out, but on these steels, when you pull the pull cord, you've got a little tiny dog, haven't you, that comes out and catches a cup. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is only brought out by that little tiny silly retaining split pin. As you pull it, the pin stays still, and then the dog comes out as you pull it.
Yeah.
Well, that's worn, and the clip is actually spinning with the whole mechanism. Okay, so I said, right, that's knackered. I can get you a new one in tomorrow off of Amazon, a copy for I think it's £20 for the part, but it would be here today, as in tomorrow, which is now today. He wants it for Monday. He bought it in yesterday. So I've got the part in. Part came in probably about 3 hours ago. I fitted the part. Pulls over lovely, but it doesn't even start. Doesn't start. This machine will fire, but not start. So I text him and said, right, all done, but the machine don't run. Did it run before you bought it in? And stupid me, I didn't test it. I wasn't even looking for that, you know.
No.
So he said, yeah, it's all running fine. So you must have done something. Whoa, hang on, Buttercup. By changing the pull cord assembly on a steel, you don't touch a carburetor, or you might affect the tank. The tank comes off as part of it, but you don't actually touch any of the fuel system. So no, it ain't me. Well, it was running fine beforehand. So I said, well, it's not even priming. It's not even priming.
2 years ago.
So fresh fuel in the tank. But so then I said, how come the pull cord's broken? Is that because you were pulling it like your life depended on it to try and get it to start?
It's called root cause analysis.
That's exactly what happened.
Yes. That's exactly what happened. So anyway, he's since come forward and said,
that's what happened.
No, exactly. But since he's come forward and said, you know what, actually, I bought it last week. It was running. I heard it run. Haven't used it. I said, okay. So the bloke might have just put enough fuel in there, primed. I've got enough in there to run it for a second and then shut it off. But so now it's come back. It's now here now for a carburetor clean. But it may want a brand new carb on it, a brand new steel carburetor, 60 quid. It's what it is. You know? What you got there, Ken?
If you go to their website, they actually have videos and all kinds of stuff for what to check for the various problems. They're pretty good as far as their technical stuff.
Yeah.
GT have a really nice website.
Yeah,
really
they do.
nice. Yeah.
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt, but my family just got home. I cough.
Yeah, right, mate. Yeah, I'm going any minute myself. No worries, Steve. Thanks for coming, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
No problem. I just have to. I'm going to run in the house now and email Super Clean because I really want one of those shirts.
You can have mine, Steve.
And I'll just.
I'll even autograph it for you.
And I will just
unbelievable. Some people just have no shame.
Oh, you're not going to kick me? I thought that was a kick.
No, actually, you glitched as you said something.
Oh, perfect.
No, it wasn't. He's gone now. So Chiselhurst Motors says, broken recalls, I always ask, did they break it? The problem is that I'm afraid to say, I don't know whether you guys are aware of this, but 99.9% of customers are liars.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry to say, but because they they think that if you tell them it just happened, they're going to get it cheaper. You know, I don't know what it is. If they told you the truth from get go, your diagnosis would be a lot easier. You know, but so many people say, "Oh yeah, it ran fine. It just stopped." I don't know what's up with it. And you turn up, and the blade's bent at a 90-degree angle. The keyway's smashed. Did you hit anything? No, nothing.
No,
really. So you've been cutting your grass like this, have you? Yeah, exactly like that. And they look at you. They look at you with a serious face, and the blade's got bonk bonk like that.
Yeah, it's like when they come in with a chainsaw and they say it won't start. Can you help me? Yeah, sure. Have you done anything to it? No, it just won't start. Okay, you take it in, you start taking it apart. Spark plug, brand new. Air filter, brand new. So they haven't done anything to it.
Yeah.
Nope.
So, I mean, I called the last guy that did that. I called him up and said, you know what? This is going to take longer than I originally gave you because I can't even see how the engine is doing because you replaced the spark plug.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah. So did you do anything else? No. Okay. How about the air filter? Oh, yeah, that too. So yeah. I don't know what the mechanism is here, Mick, but I think you're right. I don't think people lie for the purpose of lying. They just
they lie.
Yeah, they do. But I mean, it's not that they don't want to tell you. It's just that I don't know what they think.
I just love when they buy the Amazon Chinese kits and they, in the 11th hour, they don't know how to replace the fuel lines or where they go, but they replace it with all the stuff that comes with that $14.95 Chinese kit. So it's got a new air filter, a torch plug, the wrong fuel filter, the wrong fuel lines, all connected wrong, and then they bring it to you and say, "Yeah, I can't start it."
Yeah,
yeah.
And then you smell the fuel, varnish.
And Kent, to be honest, this is the only time where my pen, in terms of making out the receipt, does not stop.
Yeah, I ran out of ink, right?
Yeah, I mean, I usually I think I'm pretty fair. I mean, people come in and they're in the pinch and all that stuff, but when people do this and they don't tell you,
but I tell you the one thing I do all the time now, I always pull the muffler first, though. Pull the muffler.
I pull them. I mean, the second I see this, I pull the muffler. I bring out the pressure vacuum kit, and I have a fixed rate for doing that. And I have a fixed rate for dumping it into the ultrasonic cleaner.
But you see, Klaus, that's where the problem lies. You see, in my opinion, is that if someone brings a machine in, it don't matter whether it be a trimmer, weed whacker, ride-on mower, or a tank. Okay, it don't matter. If they say it was running fine an hour ago, it's just stopped on me. That tells me in my head, you don't need to. I've had the machine 3 years. So that tells me, one, they've been running for 3 years, the correct fuel, because if it's a two-stroke for 3 years, it wouldn't tolerate poor fuel mix. It was running an hour ago. That tells me it's not a muffler issue. It can't be scored. So I wouldn't be going for the muffler. I wouldn't be going for the pressure test.
I disagree. No. I disagree, Mick. How many times? The one question I ask is, and a lot of them, have you lent it to anybody?
Yeah.
It ran 3 hours ago, but that last hour it ran on straight gas and seized up.
I get that, but you see where Klaus says I've got a set fee for pressure testing and what have you, I do a set fee for inspection. Okay, so that inspection is the first hour.
Yep.
Wait,
let me ask you a question, though, Mick. If you get a thing in there, say it's a 40, 50 quid chainsaw all day long, okay? Would you be honest with the guy and say, look, it's going to cost you more to fix it, spend 30 more quid and buy another one?
I would do that. Yeah, absolutely. I would do that.
So what I do is, in my opinion, if someone brings me a £50 trimmer to fix, and it's going to cost them £50 for me to repair it, I don't have that conversation. They've bought it to me to fix.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Because if they want to be not that silly, but if they want to be in that way of thinking, that they're going to think they're going to get a machine fixed for a £5, they're mistaken. It's as simple as that. So with Bob has replaced 2 belts, one of which he's given the bloke a discount. He's picked a machine up twice.
Well, he's already lost money. Yeah.
You know, so it's no wonder Bob don't want to go back, right? Yeah. And the bloke's got a garage with enough for 3 cars, right, Bob? So you know, it's no wonder he don't want to go back there.
But I mean, Nick, for my conscience, I tell people, are you sure you want this fixed? You have a 50 quid 2-year-old chainsaw. It's going to easily cost you 50 quid to get it fixed. Do you want to do that? Or how about I sell you a new one? You decide.
Yeah, I don't have that conversation.
And I do that. I mean, they're really the smallest steel chainsaw is here about 170, 80 quid, which is fairly okay priced. What's that?
So I'll tell you then, Klaus. Okay.
I'll sell them one of those, and they're happy.
Sorry to cut you short, right? But this FS55R, okay? I can't remember how much they retail brand spanking new. I think they're around about 220, 250, somewhere in there, okay? It's already had a recall assembly, which is what I got off of Amazon, as I say, a copy. So he gets no extra charge for that. He's got to pay what it costs. It's as simple as that, okay? I've already done 1 pull cord replacement already. Then I diagnosed it as that part was actually broken after I managed to get to recoil. So I've already redone the spring. So we're already into an hour and a half labour on that machine already. Okay, plus the part. And then tomorrow or Monday, bearing in mind it's bank holiday and I don't charge double time for that, which I should do. I've then got to work on the carburetor, stripping that down, cleaning it, and all the rest of it. Maybe fuel lines on top. You could be looking at another 3 hours on that trimmer. A new carburetor, possibly. It could be, you know, I don't like using my Chinese copies for a commercial guy because it could be back in 6 months. A brand new Zama goes on there. We're not far off already. An FS55R that's probably about 8-9 years old.
Yep.
We're not going to be far off that mark.
Yeah.
You're right. Know, so the question is that do I say to him, go and buy brand new steel with a year's warranty for 275 quid, or do I repair it and put money in my own pocket?
But Mick, I vet people. I really do. I mean, people come in if they are commercial guys. I think I have 5 or 6 of those that. What do you call the guys that climb up to trees and cut them down like Bruce had? You know,
tree climbers.
Yeah. And their stuff gets fixed with OEM parts only.
Yeah.
And their only requirement is that it runs when they get it.
Depends on it. Yeah.
If I call them and say, guys, this is not worth it, they're gonna go, how much do I owe you? I say, you owe me this much. We'll go buy a new one. Here's the money. And I hand back and these guys are about the best customers I have. I mean, their only requirement is when it comes back from you, it runs.
Yeah, no, I get that, and some commercial guys are brilliant, literally, like you say, and they're open and honest, mate. I'm not going to look after this machine. It's going to get abused from the second it leaves your workshop, you know.
Yeah.
But then I have another commercial guy comes in, and he's got what's called a flower beast, which is oh my lord, I don't even know who makes it. I think it's made in Indonesia. You know, you can get them for like 40 quid, and I give the bloke like a £90 repair bill.
Yeah,
you know, he could have bought 2 brand new machines. For that, but he'd much rather go and buy that because he knows he can't get one in Lidl's now because they're not selling them, or they haven't got them on stock, or they're not available online. So people at the moment are just coming in and they're getting junk repaired, literally just junk. Just get it running. That's all I want to know.
But in all, if I see people come in, private people come in and with their stuff and say, "Can you fix this?" They say, "Yes, but you don't want me fixing it because it's going to cost you more than you paid for the thing." And I live in a small community. It might as well be my neighbor's neighbor that comes by, and I'm dead honest. And I'd rather take their frowns and their "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes, I'm sure." That then I will present them with a bill higher than the machine they bought, because that's going to reflect bad on me. So
I'll ask you this question, okay? I had a very simple job to do just yesterday. A commercial guy comes in and he's got, I don't even know what make of strimmer or multi-tool it was. It was one of your eBay classic axe, and it needed a new fuel filter, a new fuel inlet hose, outlet hose, and grommet fitted. That's all it needed.
Yeah.
Okay. So how much roughly, you don't have to give a figure, would you be looking at charging that fella for that simple operation?
1 hour plus parts.
Exactly that. Okay. So we're already at 1 hour plus parts, halfway to the total cost of this machine already.
I would have asked him before he left, "Are you sure you want me to do this? How old is it? Is this going to be worth for you?" And he said, "Yeah, if I don't have the money to buy a new one, fair enough, I will do this."
Yeah.
But if we exceed this, I have a minimum charge, by the way. I have a cover charge. For these.
Same as me. Same as me.
But if we exceed this, I will call you. You get to choose.
Yeah.
So if something else pops up, or if I replace the filter and the hoses and it still won't start, or it still won't rev high, I call them and say, "It's no good. What do you want done?"
Yeah, but you still got to charge for what you have done. You see,
I have a minimum charge. I have a cover charge.
It's very difficult.
Strokes.
I think the advantage is this fella bought this in yesterday, and by the time he got home, it was done. He had to come pick it back up. You know, it was by the time he gone to the shop and back to buy a new one, he would have been out in the shop longer. You know, so there's always that argument as well. It's sometimes it's very difficult, but you know, I don't get involved in a repair bill versus a new one. You bought it to me to fix. That's your choice. That's your obligation. You know, you want me to fix it? I'll fix anything. I'll have a go at it. You know, and there's your machine. There's your bill. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. But I mean, fair enough, Mick, and I fully understand that. I do it slightly differently. I try. I mean, I look at people's wallets.
Let me put it another way then, Klaus. Just another simple theory. Someone brings into you a Briggs and Stratton lawnmower, 19-inch classic, and they want a full service.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to say, but you can buy a machine in Aldi's or Lidl's, brand spanking new, with power drive, £80. Well, I'm not a lawnmower dealer, and I know what some of them lawnmower dealerships charge for a standard service. For what they charge for a service, you can go and buy another lawnmower.
Yep.
But
it's not going to have a Briggs and Stratton engine on it.
I'll try. Oh, okay, it might be a Chinese cousin relation. Okay, in our eyes, you can get Briggs and Stratton made in America or Briggs and Stratton made in Indonesia. Okay.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is a standard service. What I charge for a standard service, you can just about go and buy a brand new machine for.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm doing servicing, which I do a lot of, let's say I have 5 services on for the day, I could tell each customer, do you know what? For what I'm going to charge you to service this machine, you can all go and buy a brand new one.
Yep.
I've just done myself out of £200 or £300.
Yeah. The only thing I'm not completely honest about in this is that I will compare it to the price of buying one of the mowers that I can get my hands on. Where I buy most of my stuff, they are dealer too, and I can get steel, the really cheap steels or GGP products. And if the cost runs near what they can get, I don't compare to Lidl or Aldi or whatever
I understand.
That if it runs into that, I'm going to say, why don't you get a new one? That's my recommendation. Get a new one. I can get one for you. Here's the price.
It is mega interesting. You know,
Because
like I say,
the stuff you can buy at the Canadian Tires, their brand and Princess Auto or whatever they're called. I mean, they're crap. They're crappy mowers.
I understand fully. We have a dealer over here, not dealer. We have a shop over here called Wilco's.
Yeah,
man, their machines are absolutely shocking, man. Absolutely shocking. But I will service a Wilco machine all day, every day.
I mean, I will give them oil and filter and spark plug, no problem. But that's only going to cost people about 350 crowns. That's about what, 30 pounds.
So Robert has just said he charges $85 per hour plus parts.
Wow. That's dealer rates.
That's dealer rates, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to say, at that price, you can afford to go and buy 2 new mowers in England.
Where is that, Robert?
Yeah. Let me get those rates. I'll get a new BMW right now.
It's what it is, you know. And if you could get them rates, you would service a Wilco's mower.
Absolutely.
That's like Jason Pate, though. He can, where he lives, justifies that rate.
Yeah,
they don't flinch.
No.
Yeah, exactly. It's what it is. You know, people over here are buying machines 20 years old, and for the price of it, you can go and buy a brand new machine, nowhere near as good a quality. I get that, but the machine I'm selling you is 20 years old.
Yeah. I have a lady that comes every year, and I've been doing this for 15 years, and for the last 12, she's come every year. She has one of those Clippos. It's one of those Swedish brands that never dies. She comes in every year, and for the last 5 years, I've asked her, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And she says, "Yes, I love this mower." Good.
There you go.
So I do the 400 kronas. That's again what, 40 pounds or something, and she's happy as a clam, and out she goes. I see you in a year.
Yeah, exactly.
And should I force her to buy another one? No.
Definitely not. And you know,
this is what she wants, and
you know exactly that. But you know, it is what it is. I'm just intrigued. That you would advise, you know, that someone could potentially run over their cost and go and buy the exact same machine at that price. But
I do
that's
that.
a way. That's a way in which you run your outlet, and that is fully.
The only ones I don't do this with are lawn tractors, because lawn tractors are, you never. I mean, I think most of you guys that works on lawn tractors, you never know the cost before you start working on it. I mean, it looks like a belt. It can be a pulley. It can be 2 pulleys. It can be OEM parts. It can be. You never know, and you simply just have to tally it and tell people, here's the cost.
Yeah.
That's it. And is it worth it? I don't know. Sometimes I tell people, I fixed it, here's the bill. You might want to consider looking into getting a new one at some point, because it is racking up quite a bill. And some people take the advice, some don't. I see it again next year, and they hand over a ton of money to me, and that's fine if that's what they want. I don't know. I mean, it's just, I do this as a hobby. It's same as
me, mate. Same as me, you know. And
I find it a luxury that I can say that. I mean,
no, definitely. And I don't ever want my little hobby turning into a business. I don't ever want that, because that's when it starts, you know. But like poor old Bob, as I say, you know, he got his, what we call in England, he got his pants pulled down over a reduction in price because all right. You didn't fix it as per what it should be, Bob. That's not to say you weren't in the right area, because the belt was showing signs of glazing or what have you. So that's telling your educated and knowledgeable mind, isn't it, that this potentially is going to be the problem. And if you had fixed the 2 other bits that Ken's referring to, if that was a problem, what's not to say that will work? But because that belt is 3/4 done, he'll be coming back in 2 months saying, you know, you've done them bits there, you charged me this, and now this belt's going wrong. You know, so you're sort of damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't, aren't you?
Yeah, but in all honesty, Bob, the one you had there, he would have gotten no mercy from me, because there's a reason why he came to you.
Yeah,
and that's a money saving step.
Yep.
Yeah. If he'd gone to the dealer, they would have switched out everything from
They would have replaced the transmission. That would have been
and there you go. Next, and we don't do that, and we save people money, and when it doesn't always go, and they start haggling, I simply tell people, you know what, we can stop now. You pay me, then you get your mower, and you decide what happens from there. I take absolutely no crap from people in that area. Absolutely no crap.
Yeah.
There's a reason those plastic transmissions are 400 new.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Bob, you were saying?
Yeah, actually, I just looked it up today because this just happened yesterday. So yeah, those transmissions are about $450 shipped. I thought that they would be closer to 600, maybe 650, but they are pretty cheap. I didn't realize that.
And you get a warranty, so
yeah.
But how would you have felt, Bob, if you just decided to be a fitter for the day and say, do you know what, it's a transmission, $400?
Well,
you say yes or no.
When he came up the hill and he said, yeah, it's not working the first time after I replaced the belt, I said, yeah, I thought it was that main drive belt, not the variator belt this time, because it definitely looked loose. And, once I replaced the main belt, it did definitely have more traction. It worked fine at my house. And I got some pretty tall hills, but not as tall as his or steep. But
I mean, Bob, if you look at it, if you look at the user manual for the mower, what's the max angle the thing is supposed to drive at?
Yeah, he needs a commercial mower. I told him.
There you go.
Yeah.
When he came up the hill the first time and said, yeah, it's not working right. And I said, do you want a new transmission? Because I was going to just put in a transmission for him. And he went, oh, no, I don't think I want a transmission.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You're the expert. And I said, I am not a Poland dealer, and there's not a Poulon dealer around here either. I think
you see, Bob, straight away, Bob, by him saying no, that then puts you into your money saving mode as a repair guy, because you're now all of a sudden your brain kicks in. I need to try and save this guy money because he doesn't want to spend out for that. So do you try and diagnose or get other bits to work to counteract the actual problem that's going on? I think that's a natural thing that we do. But like Klaus, like Hobby Motor is saying, the manual states that this machine should not be used on angles of hills over this. Yours is. So you're already punishing your machine, which is you're doing something it's not designed to do.
Talk about saving the customer money. I got a quick story too. Today I was working on my neighbor's Simplicity Sovereign, which is a very high-end tractor from 1998. It's got a 18-horse overhead cam, Kohler, V-twin, all this other stuff. Anyway, the the interlock module, okay? Just the module for the safety switches, okay? Anywhere from $150 to $250 for the module, okay?
Yeah.
And all the module does is make sure all the safety switches are in the right spot. That's all it does, okay? $200, $250, whatever. Now, I looked at it, and there's only 3 safeties on the whole mower. There's a neutral safety switch for the hydro lever, the seat switch, and a PTO lever switch. That's all there is. And I said to this guy, because he's a friend of mine, he's my neighbor. I've known him for years. I said, what I'll do, because he doesn't want to spend $250. He bought the tractor, for $200 5 years ago. It's old. I said, I will make sure that you are on the seat and you're in neutral, and I will wire those because he had a 4-post solenoid, so you need one to give it ground, and that's how they work. Okay, so I'm going to wire it so that he has to be on the seat, it has to be in neutral, then it'll put the ground to the 4-post solenoid. Safety's still there, but a $75 bill versus $290. Okay, but
it is.
Yeah.
We're always trying to help our friends and neighbors.
No, we do. We do. And the thing is, Ken, is like Hobby says, they're coming to us for a reason, and all of a sudden, as soon as they start waving their panic hands about, we automatically start trying to give them money, and by poor Bob spending out for a new belt, and the bloke says, well, you're not going to charge me for that. All of a sudden, he's now on the offensive. And you'll think, hang on, whoa, the customer's always right. Actually, you're not, mate. Buy a brand new transmission, give us $400, and we're going to get it sorted for you.
He asked
You know
me,
what I
he said, how much do you think a dealer would charge? He was going to charge you the $50 diagnosis fee. He's going to charge you $250 for the part. That's $300. He's going to charge you an hour, $80 to put it in. So that's a $400 bill. So I said, I'll still make sure you're safe. I'll still make sure it won't be able to turn on in gear or while you're not on it, because very easy to do. It's just the ground, and we're done.
And how long did you have the machine start to finish?
Right now, I probably spent 10 minutes over there, and I'll probably spend another 10 fixing it. So 20 minutes.
So he hasn't got to wait the standard 3-week wait time in.
Oh no, the dealer more than that even, and no one has that part. It's a 25-year-old part. Nobody has it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's what it is. Right, people. Unfortunately, I've got work tonight. Mrs. P's indoors, so I do have to go. Bob, it's been an absolute pleasure having you up here. You know,
good to see you in live.
It's been good. I hope you and the family are all doing well, Bob, and all the best for your weekend, for your weekend off. Enjoy it, mate. Put your feet up and just enjoy your family time. That's what it's all about. I should be hopefully going to the zoo with little Riley boy this week. We're going down to see the penguins, whatever. He doesn't know yet, but we'll have a word of him. So that's cool. Thank you to Henry. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Klaus. Thank you, Brucey Boy, Steve Small Engines, Brandon, Jungle, Bob, Repair, Andrew, and everyone else who come up on the panel. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Much appreciated. Give us a thumbs up on your way out. I don't know whether you know, I've got an Amazon wish list. It's just a thing. Go and check that out. But I've got absolutely no shame at all. But that's what it is. So look after yourselves. I will catch you all on the next episode of Micks Mowers very, very soon in a video or a live stream. Don't forget, Ken goes live tomorrow. I'll try and catch it, Ken. I may be down at my dad's house because he's 73 years old and we're having a little birthday gathering for my old man. So he's going to see that. But I will see. Look after yourselves. Take it easy. Stay safe. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.